Look, man. Where? Oh, I see. My, oh my. Bowen, look over there. Wow, is that culture? Yes. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Yeah. Las Culturistas.
Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling. Well, this episode was supposed to start a different way.
Tell them of the bit.
Tell them of the bit. Even better.
Let's do the bit.
I felt like wasn't feeling like a safe environment for the bit once I brought it to the floor.
No one.
Let's
shot it
try the
down.
bit.
Here
and
was
see
going
how
to
it
be the
plays.
bit. The bit was going to be Bowen and Josh Sharp start the show as if no one was the wiser.
But tell them why.
Because Aaron and I came today sort of wearing a shirt.
Button
Sort
down.
of like button-down shirts with like
With a bold statement.
sort of
button-down
bold
realness.
patterns, bright statements, and bold patterns.
Bright colors and bold patterns.
Right.
Drew Drogi.
Drew Drogi.
Was I referencing it? And,
We'll never
and
know.
therefore
We'll
was
never
the
know.
correction right to do?
It was
Or
a
not.
riff, not a correction.
Well, oh.
Oh.
Can you tell my guard is up?
Yeah,
Well,
you seem hackled.
So, but this is where it started to break down bit-wise.
Yeah.
Was Josh and I are wearing T-shirts. Aaron and Matt are wearing button-downs.
With bold statements and bright patterns.
Right, and so not a Drew Drogi reference.
Title
not
of
a
app.
Drew
No.
Drogi reference
Title
at
of
all.
app.
Title of app. So
Not a Drew Drogi reference. Title of app.
But I think it broke down because Matt was saying, okay, so then Josh and Matt, as in I as in Matt, Josh and I will start the show.
Bowen is playing
No, I
the
never said
character
that.
of Matt.
Yeah, right now I'm
I do think ultimately.
Let us try it. Let us try it.
Sure.
Ready,
Okay,
Bowen?
start the show.
Ding dong. Las
Culturistas.
Culturistas
So
calling.
this is where
This is where it broke down. I said it was.
Matt said that Matt
Y'all
and
better
Josh
go
would
see
be the hosts of the
Redwood.
show, and then
No.
Aaron and I would come in later.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense because I said if Aaron and I were both wearing statement shirts with
Statement
bright
shirts.
colors and bold patterns, we would sit on one couch, and you and Joshua, who are both in more simple tees, would start the show.
Yeah.
Let us
Don't
try
you want
again.
to see the logic?
Let us try again.
Let's try again.
Start the
3,
episode.
2, 1.
Ding dong,
Las Culturistas calling. Garoo! Epic Orlando
haven't
was
done that.
universal, y'all.
I haven't
Was
done that.
universal.
It was the universal experience for the guys, Gauls, and gays.
Now wait, now that the bit
Garoo!
keeps going,
Garoo!
you were to be Matt. Were you to be?
The guest.
You were to be.
Yes.
No, no,
Aaron and Matt
Josh?
would have been the guests.
Can I just say what the dream of the bit was, and maybe if with more time we could have executed the bit? Is if
And we have been here for 2
Bowen
days.
Yang and Josh Sharp had started the podcast
Totally.
and not said anything. It was just Bowen and Josh starting
So
it, and then we come in, me and Aaron Jackson, and we don't even mention
even
anything
address
was
it.
different.
You gave Josh and I the keys to your car, which makes us feel a little.
And y'all didn't know how to drive stick.
But it
No,
was
ma'am.
it's your car that you were like, I've got a car, y'all drive.
It's a beautiful Honda CRV. You screamed at us.
I guess I thought that the instructions for how to drive the car were clearer than they were.
It's kind of an
I didn't
Andy
know you guys
Kaufman
couldn't drive
style bit that really just fucks with the form.
What's
so
crazy is I
hard.
didn't even think it was that crazy. I didn't think
to
it
not
was.
address it.
It was not
That's
It was
crazy.
wild.
communicated.
I-
correctly.
And this is what
To
episode.
me, it's the bit is what is so shocking.
This is episode 14 or 15 of the
Yeah.
pod, right?
Yeah.
Y'all have
Yeah,
been
we
doing
barely
it
started it.
Forever dog.
forever, dog.
Cut that out.
Yeah.
Cut that out.
You
have to cut that out.
We're fledgling. You know what's funny is people
What
have,
year are we in,
People
actually?
have been begging for this.
People have been begging
People
for
have
this.
been begging for this
We're in year
cacophony.
9, doll.
Yes.
Year 9.
We're in year
Ah,
9.
yes. And the cacophony is back.
This is an Obama era podcast.
No.
I never forget.
technically, Yes.
Technically, it was the last months of the Obama presidency.
So then, yes,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Do not raise your voice.
I didn't.
What would you guys say was the culture that you say culture was for you?
Because I knew you.
Because I knew
I've never been to New
you.
York.
Because I knew.
I didn't really get culture until 2 weeks ago on
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
And then you saw what culture was when you saw Rosie O'Donnell.
When I saw Rosie O'Donnell
portray the
have a great Emmy-winning guest star.
Right. Y'all
Turn.
y'all learned about culture at the O'Mary Tony's party, which we were not invited to.
You didn't get the invite.
Well, I don't think we did.
I actually don't think we did,
I don't
which
think we
is
did.
okay because
Do
I'm
you
just gonna
think
say oversight.
Cole is mad at you?
I think so.
And for what?
I don't know, but apparently Cole,
And are you mad at Cole?
Now they are.
Now.
I'm
Now
gonna
I
wait to say
experience
yes or no. Likely yes, but I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Was it a
Likely yes
political
to what?
statement?
To say if I'm mad.
I see.
Because what were you gonna say?
I think it's all. I'm only mad at Cole if they're mad at me. Totally. Does that make sense? And that
Tit for
is
tat.
that it's tit for tat, and that happens all the time. With
I'm mad
kids.
at Cole.
Yeah.
I think it's same with crushes. So you might not
Yeah.
realize you're into someone until they say I'm into you, and you say,
Oh,
mutual.
Yeah.
Let's boogie.
but then does that make you second guess it at all? You're like, oh, this was contingent on them having a crush on me.
To me,
No,
it
it's
makes me
communal.
propose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me propose.
Proposed anal
Marriage.
or marriage?
Oh,
okay.
penetrative anal.
Well, I mean, someone being attracted to you is a turn on.
right.
Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Absolute.
It's one of other guys' best qualities when they want
They're
to fuck
attracted
me.
to me.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing
You
about
know,
you is
I
that you
think.
like me.
That's actually a good greeting card. My favorite thing about you, and you open it, is that you like me.
Yeah.
Winky face emoji.
And then
happy
like
whatever.
a
day, I
Venmo
don't care.
request.
Yeah.
It's a rule of
This is my
culture,
bad.
really. As host,
She is
as,
hosting.
as host, allow me to say that's a rule of culture.
That's a real culture.
Wait, what was?
My favorite thing about you is that you like me.
Oh,
right.
which number is that?
That's 1,691.
Rule of culture number 691. My favorite thing about you is that you like me. Now I just want to go back to something that Aaron put out there. A card and a Venmo request. I just want to. Can I observe something? Part of Aaron's sort of lexicon of comedy is
Venmo Joella.
to end a statement with Venmo, a mention of Venmo or Joella or both, as in a call to action. Venmo Joella.
And it's funny to hear you describe that as comedic, because I would say
Oh,
it's
I'm laughing. We're
incredibly
laughing.
serious.
We're all
Wouldn't you say?
laughing.
Both can be true.
Yes, thank you. Porque
Venmo
no los dos.
Joella.
Wait, maybe
Porque
Everyone
no los
listening,
dos.
pause your
sorry,
podcast and Venmo Joella.
Joella.
money
I
right
do have to
now.
say that the title of EP has to end with Venmo.
Venmo Joella.
So can we
Yes.
explain who Joella is?
Joella was a drag race contestant on season, I'm not
17.
sure.
49.
49.
Yeah.
And if you don't
And-
know that, don't listen to this podcast.
Just Venmo
This is
Joella.
the wrong podcast for you.
She did
Yeah.
a 2-episode run, would we say?
Three,
And
I think.
3, and it was I would say sensational.
Yeah.
She
It
was
made a
absolutely
lot,
sensational.
A lot with a little.
Yeah.
I think history will look back kindly on this season.
She'll probably get brought
Absolutely.
back at some point. It was so. I mean, she really made a mark.
Can I say, I was almost ready to say something snide when you said she'll probably get brought back soon, because I feel like they're bringing everybody back for All Stars. But then I will also say I'm kind of eating my hat with the girls that I thought weren't going to give on All Stars, because I'm
The All Stars
enjoying
happening right
every
now.
group of
They're
All Stars.
fun.
They're
Because
all
they're
good.
giving and gaving.
They're
Gaving.
giving and gaping.
Gaping.
the guys in
Venmo
balls.
Joella.
Venmo Joella.
Venmo Joella.
I give them all propers because I'm entertained thoroughly.
The tournament of All Stars.
I
is
like
going
the
well.
tournament. I like 666.
Me too. Oh, devil.
I said what I said.
Oh, devil.
Devil.
Devilish.
Devilish. Satan.
Yeah.
Play this podcast while you watch Wizard of Oz. Sync them up.
Oh,
Yeah.
And you will speak to the devil.
Josh and I were at the Gay Bar Twist in Miami, Florida. And it was the
legendary
weekend
institution.
Mayhem. Lady Gaga's Mayhem came out.
Sure.
And in that front bar, if you've ever been, it's sort of just casual with televisions. And they played Mayhem and started House of Gucci at the same time as if it was Wizard of Oz.
It's synced up. I don't know that that's as if they were
Synced
doing
up.
it.
To what?
Anytime, like
what?
if just like Adrian Brody, if it would like cut at not Adrian Brody,
Jared Leto?
no,
Or
the other-
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver. It would like cut.
We
and it
got it
would
on
be
the
Adam
third try.
Driver. There's an A.
Sorry, Adam.
But if it was like on the beat and would cut to him, we'd just scream.
Yeah.
They sync up.
On the beat. So
You know, just like if a cut
Oh,
matched
I
up
It's like,
with
see.
the
I'm
beat.
to take you to the garden.
Garden.
I'm gut. He
Yeah,
comes
the
in around
garden.
like garden. Ah!
Screaming. So
There were a
anyway,
lot of
everybody do
uncanny-
that. Venmo Joella. Pause the podcast. Venmo
Venmo
Joella.
Joella.
Pause again.
Yeah.
Sync up. With House of Gucci.
Do you have
and
an
enjoy?
An hour-long album with a 2-hour-long movie?
Yes.
Loop
You
it.
just loop
the
it.
track.
Yeah.
see.
Hey, do you have a suggested donation to Joella, or is it sort of pay what you can?
Pay what you will, but honey, if you are going to a Pride event
Yeah.
that costs over $50, at least $6,000.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
it's
what
proportionate.
that's what Radiohead said about In Rainbows in 2007. They said
Tom said, if you're going to a Pride event,
yes,
In
it's
Rainbows
over $50.
over
$6,000.
You pay us $6,000 for this album.
I gotta tell you, one of my biggest cultural blind spots is Radiohead.
That's okay.
Oh, they're always crack my top 5.
Yeah.
What?
Raps.
Is that true?
That's my big
You,
boy
I
music.
believe. I didn't know that
don't
about
believe?
you.
Y'all are
Well,
Radiohead
you're listening to the
heads.
fucking revival of Parade. You're listening to Ragtime, OBC.
I'm listening to OBC.
Can I give to your
No
people
offense.
one of the kindest things you've ever done? Because you know, me, Aaron, and Patrick are big Bjork girls.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
when her last album came out, we got a text from you that said, "Girls, I wanted you to know I really tried to listen to the new Bjork
Fasora.
album."
Fasora.
And you
did.
said, "But I had to turn it off halfway through. I found a lot of the imagery to be disturbing."
Yeah.
And we all said, "I really appreciate this. I mean it
No,
genuinely."
I know.
I was
I
like,
made a genuine
I
effort.
really
That's really
loved
good.
that you put that effort in.
Fasora is from a weird girl album. She
Yeah.
has more like this is a song with a chorus type of album.
Yeah, I mean, here's
Not
the
since
thing.
the 90s.
I there's nothing like sort of like being in Fire Island and watching all your sisters vibe on. I think it was some hallucinogenic and watching you
Yes.
not just listen to but commune with
Bjork.
both nature and Bjork
Yes.
all
I was-
together.
I was
Flying.
existing inside of a Bjork song. I remember
What's
at
the
one
song?
point.
It's from Off Vespertine. What was the song that we were
What's the
vibing
one?
to?
Where the
Hunter?
Not Hunter. No. Off Vespertine. Where it was the with like where fucking like the
Oh,
the
that's
drum comes in.
Biophilia. We were listening to
Crystalline.
Crystalline.
Yeah.
Yes.
the best song on that.
Is FKA Twigs one of the daughters of Bjork?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kind of all of them are.
There's many.
Yeah,
Sega Bodega is a daughter of Bjork. Caroline Polachek's a daughter of Bjork.
yeah.
You know.
You feel that way.
Wait, I didn't know you were a metalhead.
Well, I like hardcore.
So
Turnstile.
So Josh is wearing a Turnstile.
I'm really
t-shirt.
trying to get gay guys into Turnstile this summer.
How's it going
Everyone
so
was
far?
at the Turnstile show the other week. Yeah.
Who would you describe as everyone? Because I wish there were more
like people of all shapes and sizes,
that's
color,
true.
creed,
It's a very
nationality.
diverse community.
It basically, when we're talking about everyone, there's no real signifier. It
Yeah.
would just be anyone you could think of could
Was
be there
there.
in that
Understood.
moment when we say everyone.
And I want to take back that question. Cut that question from the
no,
episode.
don't. I
Clip it,
say the
clip it.
cuts.
Did you say
I say
Turnstile
the
is for
cuts.
everyone? Turnstile is for everyone.
Turnstile's for everyone. I had such a
should
good
go.
time.
We should go.
You should go. It is. I find hardcore. It's like a queer space where it's
It's
sort of
hardcore.
radically
I'm sorry, I didn't
accepting.
mean to say metal. Yeah.
But hardcore,
okay.
hardcore people are radically accepting in a way that queer people are. You know, they're like all shapes, all sizes get in the pit. You know
You
what I
said
mean?
radically accepting.
Yeah,
I just didn't hear you
yeah,
correctly.
correct. I love hardcore music. I love Fugazi. Gay guys should get into Fugazi.
Okay.
Gay guys should get into Fucked Up. Gay guys should get into Turnstile.
I like Fucked Up. I've
I
listened to
love
Fucked Up.
Canadian. Your Canadian siblings.
Canadian.
How would gay guys benefit from getting into this particular music? I need to know.
I think
What is it
cool
about gay
guys.
men that they're missing that can
There's
be
a lot
found
of-
in this
I
genre?
think
Great
that
point.
pop doesn't have a lot of rage, and I do think there's
You
a lot
haven't heard Olivia Rodrigo.
Sure. Other than Olivia
haven't.
Rodrigo,
You haven't.
I've sung it live with you.
That was a sad moment. You haven't heard her really go
She
off.
says the F word in that song.
Yeah.
Can we cuss on?
Can we cuss on this pod?
Yeah, you can cuss. Y'all can
Okay,
cuss.
she's a faggot.
Bug it. Bug it.
See, that wasn't the one I was
That wasn't the
expecting.
Straight
when
down
it
the
caught me
barrel,
off
would
guard
say.
in this
Faggot.
climate.
Cameras.
You're catching me off guard in this climate, that's for sure.
So I think you might like Radiohead.
Yeah.
Because Josh always says Tom York taught Josh vibrato.
Yeah.
That's
One of our
beautiful.
great male
It's pretty
singers, and
singing.
I know you're lacking in male singers you like. Something else we learned in Fire Island.
We said name your favorite male singer. It took you so long, and then you said Stevie Wonder? ?
Well, did I arrive at a slay or what?
No, you arrived at a
that's a
slay.
great
I
answer.
don't think
It's
you're.
a funny one
It's
of
not so
all.
much that you disparage male singers; you just worship female singers
Yes.
so much.
Can I
There's
ask
no
you a
space
question?
left.
Is there room for the possibility that maybe I was just being thoughtful
Yeah.
in the answer I gave,
There's
and that's
room.
why there was a
Yeah,
little bit of
there's
time?
room.
Maybe y'all need
There's room for
to
that.
be more thoughtful
There
before you
is room
speak
for
the way
that.
you shout out.
Yeah, you're right.
The way you shout out, the way you shout out, maybe you need to be more thoughtful.
There is room for the idea that you were being thoughtful in that moment. You weren't,
But there's room.
but there's room. But Tom
We
York
are
did-
more united than
We're
ever.
literally
more
Bowen
united
and I
than
are
ever.
never the four of us.
Oh my
have
God!
never
Power
been
of the
closer.
room.
Power of the room.
Power of the room.
Power of the dog.
Jane Champion.
What if I just didn't let it go the whole time and he just really started to fight and I just didn't?
Yeah.
Ow.
My wrist.
My
My tender wrist.
What do you? What's Matt's syllabus on Radiohead? You think? I think OK Computer.
Yeah, or in Rainbows. I sometimes find that's a really good starter
prettier
album.
music
It's
than
prettier
OK.
music.
OK Computer has a lot of rage.
The Benz
has a lot of rage.
The Benz is good.
I love
The Benz is like
good starter.
verse, chorus, which is nice.
It's
So
pop.
like,
It's
But I'd be
poppy.
curious what you think of In Rainbows.
In Rainbows is really
Okay, I'll start there. I really will.
Yeah.
And I'll send you a Bjork-esque text. Hi, guys. How
Here we
is
go.
everyone doing today? I want you to know I started In Rainbows, and I got approximately 6 songs in before I found the imagery disturbing.
It's not disturbing.
It
really
starts.
is a
It
gorgeous
starts a
album.
little, but then it gets really pretty.
I guess
beautiful.
it being called In Rainbows, that would sort of,
starting-
assuage us of the idea there's going to be terrors within the sonic landscape.
Now there's a song on In Rainbows called House of Cards. It's not about the TV show, so don't get scared
right.
of that.
It's not a
all right.
spacey reference.
No. Most
But how
other
great
songs
was he
are.
on that, you know?
Bring him back.
How
so
great was he in
good.
that
He
role?
should be
Whatever
an O'Mary.
happened to him?
Yeah.
Oh, he
should
should be
replace
O'Mary.
Cole.
He should replace
If
Cole.
Kevin
That would be good.
Spacey was Mary Todd.
Cole, hear us out.
Talk about drag.
Please put Kevin Spacey in O'Mary.
There's no drag
slay.
queen doing anything as subversive as Kevin Spacey as O'Mary.
Joella accepting.
Joella accepting.
Joella,
as always,
Joella as
Joella
Mary's
accepting.
teacher.
Venmo Joella. And Zell Kevin Spacey. Zell Kevin Spacey.
No, actually, this is the actual casting. Joella as Mary.
Yes.
Kevin Spacey as Abe.
Yes.
As Mary's husband.
Yes.
And who's Mary's teacher?
James Scully reprises
Yes.
the role. He goes back
No
in.
one does it better.
No. How
Yes.
could you beat the best? Whereas the other two can easily be beat.
Yeah.
The Tony nominees.
Yeah.
Conrad.
I think Cole and
Cole.
Conrad, I've seen it.
I've seen it.
You know what I
seen it.
mean? And we're mad at Cole.
And we're mad at
right.
Cole.
Radical.
Remember
We're mad
from
at
earlier?
Cole.
How was the party?
A gag.
Joyful.
A total gag.
A gag and
All
joyful.
earnest.
Oh, I love that.
Joyful.
Please be earnest.
Well, this year we were saying how much like many of our dear friends were nominated for
Oh,
this was great.
yeah.
Crazy.
I'm seeing
It's
John
been
Proctor
happening
today.
more and more.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're seeing it today.
I'm so
Thank
excited.
God.
It's
You've seen
really
it.
Seeing it.
I've
For the
seen it
listener-
twice. I actually went 2 days in a row.
And you talked about it on the pod, maybe even.
I
correct?
talked about it, but
Yes.
I would love to talk about it again.
And have you
Unfortunately,
seen-
he
oh,
hasn't
go ahead.
seen it.
Something
till
for them
this
to know
evening.
is that Kimmy Bellflower, who wrote it, who's incredible,
Yeah.
grew up with my boyfriend in the like
Crazy.
one stoplight rural town.
Yeah.
And so they, as teenagers, pledged to be like, if you ever get nominated for a Tony, I'll take you. And so they
And so
went.
Blake went.
Blake
He was
went.
so good.
Looking cunt,
he looked
they would
cunt.
say.
I will say he did look fantastic.
Plus one who made the carpet and the Vogue write up.
Yes.
And then have you seen Dead Outlaw starring Andrew Durand?
Not yet.
We love
Not
Andrew, though.
yet, but
Oldest
I am an
Andrew
Andrew
Durand.
Durand fan. I loved him in Shucked.
Shucked. He was
Yes.
so good in Shucked.
Head Over
Everyone on
Heels,
Shucked,
and
I
Head
was
Over
obsessed
Heels.
with.
Spring Awakening, Ink.
So
By
he
the
was
way-
on
Umbrellas of Chernobyl with
Umbrellas of
Cynthia
Chernobyl.
Revo over in the West End.
Why did they ever bring that here? Because we're dumb. Because
I think it didn't like run that long
Oh,
there.
I see.
I don't think it ran that long there.
The
No offense.
the Shucked of it
history.
all
History. Venmo
made
Joella.
me
a show with jokes.
a show with real jokes made me realize last night I saw Alex Newell at the Mets Pride game. She sang the national anthem down.
I bet she did.
gotcha.
Taking it back.
One of the few who's probably like, could we raise it actually? Could we make it higher?
Oh,
higher.
100%. And then Jeremiah Brent threw out the first pitch.
Oh?
Yep.
And I saw Jan was there in the full get up.
Jan is one of my favorite people to kind of
She
just
sang
see
at the
out.
Mets
because
before.
One of the
She
greatest
sang it
vocalists.
she sang the national anthem recently.
Yeah.
Yes.
They gave
Sounded
pre-shows at
amazing.
the. They were
gave
saying in the K
pre-shows.
corner.
I love that.
So Jan was giving pre-shows and they kept calling it the K corner,
Like
and I was
ketamine?
like, "Girl, what?" Thinking they were like a gay guy and talking
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
ketamine
Right.
reference. It
Yeah.
just means where they knock up where all the strikeouts happen. The
And
K
there's-
Oh,
and
corner.
there's short
like
ketamine.
KO?
And
So
this-
let me just say
This is
for
why
straight
gay guys
culture-
need to listen to hardcore music.
You'll
stop thinking K means ketamine at
Oh.
every
And
second.
and
You'll
you're
think
going to
it
realize
means
it means
strikes.
strikeout.
You'll
So
just-
this is a
you'll
big
open your
difference between
perspective.
straight and queer culture is K,
K.
to straight men means strikeout, and K to gay men means ketamine.
ketamine.
This
And-
is one way we can start to have a conversation and a dialogue.
Well, and it's also class. You're talking about working class. For the
Yeah.
1%, K is thousands. 100K, 200K.
Oh.
It's money, y'all.
Money.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fight the rich, eat the rich.
Yeah.
That K.
And then for scientists, it's Kelvin.
yes.
Kelvin.
Yes, absolutely.
And for Kim Kardashian, it's her first and last name.
Clouds is out. Have you
Clouds
seen
is
that?
out.
Just Little BB, whatever.
Clouds is that? What is this a reference
She is a
to?
TikTok, but back in the day, just an Instagram star, and she used to. Now she does like all sex toys, like that's her, and lube and
But
stuff.
she used to give inspirational messages, and often they were done where you could only see her nails on camera.
and she had this crazy
Oh,
blue
love that.
synthetic wig.
Okay, we're getting visual.
Where are you going?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's really good. I'm actually
right.
really interested in how
For
that
everyone
works.
listening at home, Josh just crawled on the ground and went to camera and made claws.
And I want us in the video to not use that angle. And I want
it's that one.
use that.
You're being told to go to that one.
I'm being told to do it again.
No. And then we're gonna use the opposite camera.
That's interesting.
She'd be like,
Don't use the wide on
okay,
this, please.
so I just got a delicious
That's
dinner.
actually that's very Muppety
I
Pie.
have
very
to say,
Muppety.
I am seeing what it's doing
I
in the video,
really
and
like
it is
that.
really working.
And she would have
was really
nails.
Yeah.
And one time in an inspirational way.
she was wearing a blue wig and like eating a lollipop, and she goes, "If you're having yourself a bad day, ask yourself why." And she's sucking a lollipop. She goes, "Living in Los Angeles,
Here I am
clouds
living
is
in Los
out,
Angeles.
Clouds is out.
trouble don't last for always, bitch."
So
That's
we
what
say that
she's-
a lot. Trouble don't last for always, bitch.
I have watched that video when experiencing
I have it
depression.
saved for when I'm having it down and I watch her go.
Trouble don't last always,
Living
bitch.
in Los Angeles, clouds is out. Trouble don't last for always, bitch.
That is beautiful. That is a simplified way of what I've been saying lately, which is a little bit eye-rolly, but I'm like, despair is a transitional phase.
Yes.
Trouble don't last for always,
Yes.
bitch.
Bitch.
Clouds
It's
is
really
out.
it's two ways of saying that.
Clouds is
Yes.
out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
I have to say this too
Oh,
shall
she
pass
says
a lot.
wig blowing
This
like a
shall
motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
That's what
wig
it is.
blowing like a
that?
motherfucker.
I mean, come on. That's what she says too. Wig
I mean, come on. Wig blowing like a motherfucker. Trouble don't last
We'll send
always,
it to you.
bitch.
We'll send it to you. It's beautiful. You can put it in the Instagram.
Put it in
Trouble
the
don't,
Instagram.
Trouble don't last for always, bitch is very much a sibling of Ain't Miss God
Cutting up something
awful.
Yeah.
Miss God
Yeah.
cutting up something
They're
awful.
cousins. They're kin. Okay, Oh Mary Party, fabulous. For Cole to win to Sam to win. Incredible.
Fab.
Stunning.
Deserve it.
Two
and lovely
talents
people.
that deserve.
Two talents.
Oh my God.
Then I linked up with Blake and Kimmy, and we ended the night. Kimmy, who should be on the
yeah.
pod at some point, actually. She would be really good.
Be
I'm
so
telling
down.
you.
Blake too, but he'd be less fun. That's a quote probably from him. He'd agree. Then we
Hey.
ended our night at the Plaza Hotel getting banana splits on room service at 6 a.m.
Oh, I love that.
Heaven.
Heavenly.
And
Heaven.
Josh also was going to Pine that day, and he came much later.
I did not
because
make it on the
he-
morning ferry.
Because he, did the booger sugar.
Yeah,
did it.
yeah, a banana split at 6 a.m.
the snow that goes up.
The snow that goes up.
I hit the slopes, the banana split slopes.
Now, we didn't even get a chance to mention this because we did not bring y'all in. But
I'm Aaron.
you're Aaron, and this is Josh.
Aaron
Josh,
is on Sandino. I'm on Women in Men.
Sandino.
I didn't even realize that didn't happen.
Well,
wow.
we just have to
Well,
quickly plug because we said the name Sam Pinkleton, Tony
Oh.
winning Sam Pinkleton, who is now directing Josh's show at the Greenwich House Theater.
That's true.
July 7th, called Ta-Da.
Yes, I'm doing the canonical one-man off-Broadway experience.
I'm
Yeah.
gagged. I'm so excited. I'm coming
so
on opening night.
yes.
So you said the opening night is
July 7th. You'll be gone.
I'll be back in LA.
There'll be other chances,
but I'm coming.
because it runs through August
better
23rd.
Maybe I'll see a preview.
Absolute.
How about that?
7 shows a week.
Or are you going to be on your vocal health game? You
I'm gonna have to be on my vocal health game.
because even for plays,
You're
know,
still talking.
You're still yak
I'm
yak.
he's
still
the only one
utilizing the
talking.
voice.
I can't. I don't have a scene partner to yak yak yak.
Do you have an understudy?
No.
Me.
Actually,
That would be gaggy.
slag.
People would love that.
That would be
love
slag.
it. Yeah, I'll talk about my deep, personal, specific life experience.
I loved Josh's show. Did you see Aaron?
Aaron actually
He
really
was
did something
amazing.
special.
When he talked about his
Josh
mom
is
coming.
Good. Josh is good, but when Aaron talks about
found a
Josh's
I loved
mother's
Aaron
battle
as
with
Josh.
ovarian cancer, it really sings.
It really
Literally, Aaron sings a
You
lot
see
more.
Spacey as
do.
Josh? Oh, so
Spacey
good.
was
Josh.
great.
Spacey was
That's his
amazing.
comeback.
When his mom
Yeah.
knew he was gay but didn't know how to broach the subject. Oh.
You know, because I didn't think Josh was that hot, but I thought Kevin was really sexy in the role. He looked very in
brought
his
a-
body. I think since he's come out, he's become even better.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We'll never know if Kevin Spacey was a better actor as an out gay man, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, he was outed after he was.
Yeah.
Can I say-
Well, accused.
We don't have to talk.
We don't have to
don't?
this anymore.
Well, someone has to.
Well, I just got my I don't think so, honey.
There's no more
silent
brave
about
conversations
Kevin
happening.
Spacey.
Everyone's
I
too
forgot about
afraid.
that.
Don't you think everyone's too afraid?
Everyone is too afraid to get into it.
Too afraid to make Spacey jokes lest Instagram find out and say,
Yeah.
hey, here's a grab of them talking about how they wish Spacey was given
Yes,
another
when
chance
did
to
we
become an
lose
out
him?
gay actor.
When did we lose him?
Oh,
To society's disdain.
God.
I think when people found
lost
out he
him to his
raped
year.
minors.
I want to know the year.
I don't remember. I'm going to imagine 2017.
17. You think it was in the big Me Too of it
You
all?
think he did it right after your pod started? You think they were linked?
I think
what I'm hearing.
I
House
think
of
our
Cards going on
podcast
that
was the
long?
beginning. Yeah, I mean, House of Cards has been what was going on from like 2011,
Can I say
2012.
Say it.
a pilot episode ago, I've seen Malcolm in the Middle. I've seen the to camera shit. Turning this off. I've not really
whispering. I didn't like House of Cards.
You never liked
Say
it?
it loud. Say it
I
proud.
liked season 1, but I
can get loud too, bitch. I didn't like House of Cards.
It's a Sandra Diaz Twine club.
It's a Sandra Diaz Twine
I
Club.
can get loud too. What
Oh,
the
we got to
fuck?
talk about the Traders Cast too.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, guys. And no one wants to really talk about Australia versus the World Survivor, which is really the big event.
Yeah.
I would love to know more. Please educate.
I do too.
This is dull as hell. Australian Survivor is now the superior
Franchise.
franchise.
Oh, please, absolutely.
Has been for a few years.
And Australia versus the World is
Australia versus
kind
the
of
World
all-stars.
Yeah,
international.
all-stars from all the franchises, but there's I'm just going to make up numbers, 8 Australian Survivor players and then 8 internationals. And the U.S. we have are Tony, Parvati, and Serene.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
And
And,
then-
one of the Aussie people is David the Golden God.
David the Golden God, Shawnee,
Shawnee.
King George.
Oh yeah, this is a good group.
Actress Pia's friend, Joanne, or whatever her
Actress
name is.
Pia's friend.
Actress Pia is, my
Alliance
favorite
Survivor winner of all time.
Yeah, I've heard about Actress
Pia?
Pia.
Actress Pia.
So tell everyone about Actress Pia.
Actress Pia.
Why don't you tell everyone what that was?
Actress Pia was on a great season of Survivor with Luke Talkie, and he's going to be back
Oh, I
on.
love Luke.
Luke Talkie won Australian Big Brother.
Okay.
Anyway, it's just it's going to be great. It's really going to be a sensation.
Wow.
Even if it flops, it's impossible that there's not an amazing episode.
I will say I've never seen a group of hotter people than any given Survivor Australia
yeah.
cast, which
men
is
are-
something
the men are
that really
absurd.
is tough about the US version
know.
too, because we're
Yeah.
casting for brains and not always looks, which is fine, but I know we can do both.
I think
What about when we go to Fire Island? You don't think that's a hotter group of men?
no.
Dang.
it'd be picking the hottest,
but I
the
think-
hottest 8 from that hot group and putting them on camera.
Yeah.
and starving
from
them.
from all of what weekend of Fire Island?
Your hottest
Your
weekend.
hottest weekend.
The hottest weekend you've ever been.
Yeah.
Because I bet those Australia Survivor guys could never drink an island special. Could never.
And you
drink
know it's gotten
Planner's
stronger.
Punch.
Our
They
theory is it's
changed
gotten
the rest
stronger.
of
Planner's
Island
Punch
special?
is
Oh, the Planner's.
fucking crazy.
It's going all crazy this
It's
summer.
topping off. It was a different color. It was so
I had
The
1.5
grenadine is
Planners
different?
punches,
Well,
and then
that's
I
a lot.
almost went over some guy's house, and he said, "Don't worry, my daughter's asleep."
My daughter's.
And I was like, okay, maybe if it had been 2 Planners punches, I
had-
would have done something like all
With
that.
the child next door.
Red, your daughter, Cat in the Hat.
I was like, honey, bring your kids to DragCon, no problem. But one time, bloop, and the bloop.
I had 2 on July the 4th, and I got the spins.
Yeah.
I got
remember
I had to
that.
lay down. I was
Good.
like, I have the spins
My-
from 2 of those.
The same year that I beat out.
Beat off.
You
beat out. I
you
browned, blacked out. I
What
blacked
is
out.
your
out.
difference? Because I noticed you use brown out a lot. What's your personal
Brown out
difference
you can
between
remember.
Brown out, you can no, and I will just say I don't know why I'm hedging. It was a full blackout. And
Yeah, 'cause you lost your wallet.
I'm ashamed.
Oh, yeah, and then the island came together.
The island came together.
found
Wait,
it?
can I say something? So first of all, let's tee this up, which is that Bowen lost his wallet, and the community, the island went
Rallied.
Bowen Yang's wallet. People
yeah.
went crazy to try and
And then-
find Bowen Yang.
Texts from every gay in this great nation of ours.
Yeah.
Well, very similarly, when I was in Los Angeles the other week doing an out-of-town tryout of Josh Sharp Ta-Da, tickets on sale at joshsharptada.com, I went to Akbar
Very
one
good.
night, didn't realize until I was back I had left my tote bag there with one of those nice water bottles that
Oh,
you're like, oh God,
shit.
I've just spent $50 on a water
I
bottle
hate
again,
that.
and some sundries, but I was like, whatever, it is what it is. Who do I get a DM from yesterday?
Yesterday.
Akbar, the account.
Wow.
They said your New Yorker magazine was in it with your name on it, so we figured out it's you. Can we mail it to you?
The
Akbar.
the investigating there.
One of the
The
safe
greatest
spaces.
gay bar.
I love Akbar. I gotta
Tied
give them a
with
follow.
Julius. Tied with Julius.
Have we actually all been together to mourn Barracuda?
No.
I don't think we have.
I
We
was out of
actually
town.
let's give space to that
Oh.
because this could get genuine because for once we've spoken of some of the lore of just like us and the scene coming
100%.
together, but
Yeah.
Barracuda we have to put a pin in because that was such like our
It was.
clubhouse
It was our
for those
haunt.
formative
Yes.
years.
Yes.
God, I mean, how many times did we see Bob?
So many.
In the pre-era, and then like also, I just think about like that was really where we'd go to like pregame concerts.
Yes.
Even still to this day.
Even still, I find I like to do it in that. Well, RIP, but we would still do that. But I missed those days where we were there truly every week, seeing drag at 1 in the morning.
It was so
like
fun.
Packed.
Every Monday.
Packed.
It was a Monday. Bob show was on Monday.
Monday
but it
night,
felt like the
11 p.m.
best
Oh my God.
That
comedy
there
show
used
in
to
the
be a
city.
2-show night that was we would do Fucking Identical Twins,
Right.
and then you'd see Bob the drag queen. It's
Yeah.
like truly, there's no better
fun.
2-show
The best.
and I know
The
half
best.
of it is my show.
Yeah.
No,
But I just
say
mean,
that.
Proud.
It was
Proud.
It was wild to get to watch Bob in that era.
It was the Titanic of that time.
It was the
day.
Titanic of that time.
Same
and it was
venue.
Titanic.
Yeah.
That's how you
Titanic.
pronounce it?
I think
Titanic.
it can be
Wow.
many different ways.
Fuck my ass.
Fuck my ass.
Fuck
my
my ass.
French
Fuck my
Canadian
ass.
ass.
Well, you are Canadian. Maybe that's how they say it there.
Fuck my
Perhaps
ass.
it is. You know what? Yeah, it's like
Cuda formative.
What's formative?
Oh, Cuda
Cuda.
formative.
Cuda formative.
Cuda
It's
come
like I
bread.
can't even be like. I'm just mournful. Like I'm
I know,
sad.
so-
I
sad.
also I hooked up a lot there. Like I remember it was like
make
it was
out or like
a-
have pull the pad.
No, I've hooked up there.
it was like something
In the
about
space
it.
or
Not in the space, no.
Okay.
But I
You mean
know
make out.
I know of some filth that used to go down in that bathroom.
I touched crotches through jeans there. Do you know what I mean?
I know of full-on
I-
breedings. I know of
That's
full-on
tough.
breedings that happened in the
That's a
Barracuda
tough
bathroom. God
to do
rest.
because it's a small
It's
girl.
a smelly one.
Small and smelly.
It's small. It smelled like shit.
Yeah.
Go figure.
All of our great spaces.
and
do.
also like it was always it was always busy. It was
Yeah.
it was
there
never
was only the
busy.
one bathroom.
because I think it
Right.
was just the one
and
yeah.
one
Well,
stall.
luckily when it closed down, because Aaron and I went like early in the week as soon as we heard. But then I was out of town for the weekend, and I was like sort of sad to miss the final festivities. But then I realized if you had told me, by the way, Barracuda closed a month ago, I'd be like, I put in Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hours
yeah.
there. Like, luckily I
Totally.
I had my time.
You
It's
did,
not like
you
I'm like,
did.
shit, we got to squeeze it in.
Right.
We really spent a
We had been in
lifetime
there.
in Barracuda.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang.
Love
Yeah.
her.
Now,
One of the best spots to see drag.
truly,
yeah.
truly.
Absolutely.
Where I saw Alexis Michelle.
Yes.
The same episode there, Katya got kicked off.
Oh,
Got
yes.
eliminated in
Katya
season
Gate.
7.
Season 7.
Katya Gate season 7. And
Katya Gate.
it was just 5 of us in that room.
Katya, no.
And me screaming, Katya, no, tweeting it, and then the community coming after me.
The opposite
Because
of the
you
Bowen Yang
spoiled
wall
it.
at Fire Island. This
Yes.
is the community coming pitchforks in hand.
Right.
Yeah.
How quickly it can turn.
Wait, speaking of
We
Fire
saw
Island,
Busted there.
We saw Busted there.
Yeah, busted.
Speaking of Fire Island, I met Big Bro last night.
No.
And it was
wait, you don't know
at
this?
Sheila at Hollow. Fabulous party.
Oh my
but this
God.
lovely gentleman like strikes up
By the
conversation
river.
with me, and I'm like, oh my God, what a sweet guy. And he goes, and I just have to say,
I'm Big Bro.
I'm Big Bro. I was like,
When was the last
"You're
time you had contact with
kidding
Big Bro?
me."
Big Bro and I texted a couple weeks ago about meeting up.
He
This
is
is
so
so
lovely,
huge.
by
He's
the
the
way.
best. He's
Kind
really
of not
great.
what I expected.
No,
I don't know
I
if
feel
I've
like
ever seen a picture
I
of
feel
that.
No, I don't
it's
think so.
odd
Maybe
to
at
me.
the time.
So wait, we'll just level set for everyone who's joined us since the Big Bro of it all, because a lot of you are new here. They're basically
all
All
of
my
you
new
are like-
followers.
Yeah.
to all my new followers.
Bro.
Here's who Big Bro is. So
Was that
he's a
Anyhow
big
Sweet?
part of the lore.
That was
And
Anyhow.
don't worry,
Anyhow, sweet. That was
Ariana's
great.
coming on the pod soon. Any minute now, she's coming in to
It's
talk.
so funny, Michelle. It's just so funny because 2 weeks ago we have an episode called "How the Salad Gets Tossed," where we talk about it like at length, like whether or not it's like sort of like here nor there to lay a towel down on the bed for anal
For gay
sex.
sex.
Then Michelle Obama.
Neither here
then
nor
this.
there.
So
So-
this podcast continues to be everything, everywhere, all
at once. Never heard of
Anyway,
that.
we went to Fire Island a few years ago. I was
never heard of that.
particularly on one. I met someone. He's canonically known on the podcast as Big Bro.
Right.
Because
he
he
called
called
me
you.
Lil Bro while I was having sex with him. And I think the vocabulary I used at the time was I shot a load up to heaven that has never come down.
Yes.
And we have had sex many times since then. It remains a great sort of
It makes total
relationship in
sense
my
to me.
life.
I love it.
And I still to this day have
it.
to say, best I ever had.
Oh my
Best
God!
I ever had.
Thing I ever had.
And that's okay if you're listening to this or watching this and
Oh.
we've had sex and it's not you. That doesn't mean it wasn't great.
Or-
He's just the king.
Yeah,
He's
sometimes
Big Bro
you
is just
sometimes
the
you
king.
got a king.
But-
and you also famously kept you were like, I had sex outside
By the river.
I had sex by
By
the
the
river, and we
river.
were like, there is no
No
river
river.
here. What are you talking about? And it took days, and then we realized you meant the bay.
A wide,
Massive.
Well,
body
listen,
of
I
water.
was
swath of
by the
water.
water. You look at
The
it looks
river.
quite like a river to me.
Quite like
I
a river
described
to
it
me.
like I don't necessarily think you have to call things the right thing all the
Totally,
time.
especially
Or-
not in court.
No.
What?
Especially not in court.
Especially not in court.
And that's
if
what
I'm not
this
in
is.
court, what's the big fucking deal?
And even in court, have fun.
Have fun
you know
in
what?
court,
It was
y'all.
a river. Fake news. You said it's the Bay. Anyway, you met Big Bro. I'm shook.
That's
Kind
great.
eyes. Because
great.
I always imagine
Kind
Big
eyes.
Bro as like
Mean
Tough guy.
someone with vim and vigor.
He has it when
Which
it counts.
And now I'm like, oh, it's a toggle. Like he switches it on. But otherwise, in person and talking.
Brotherly in that way.
Brotherly in that way. Big brotherly in that
Yeah.
way.
He's actually so.
He can rib you, but he loves you.
It's one of those things where it's like, and I think people out there know, where during sex it's like one thing, one great lovely thing, and then afterwards it's like such a sweet thing.
I
Sweet in the
love
and you're like,
that.
wow, your personality was not
Yeah.
what it becomes, but
Well-
in only the best way.
Of course, sex is fake.
And Big Bro is in a committed relationship, so that's where that stays.
So
No.
Bowen, you didn't breed Big Bro. in
I
a
did not.
stall,
I was not Big Bro to
Barracuda
Big
style.
Bro, but he did say, because now Matt is selling merch that says he goes,
Big Bro, little bro.
Matt owes me a jersey.
Yeah, you gotta cut him in.
Oh,
cut
you
him
gotta
in.
send him one.
Let's
That's
just
his
say-
intellectual property, baby. He's the one who called
Yes!
you that.
We're in court now.
Can I
Fun.
say there's plans for him to wear the jersey next time?
Venmo Big Bro.
Don't you think that's hot?
Venmo Big
Venmo
Bro.
Big Bro.
Should I wear my little bro jersey? By the way, you can still buy Big Bro and little bro jerseys.
Happy Brad. Ta-da.
Happy Brad.
JoshSharpTada.com for all your Matt Rogers merch needs.
I would love if I had a landing page for my merch on your
A nice
website.
collab.
We should just link all of our things to everything else.
Wait,
Beautiful
yeah.
spot.
Why don't we just start one big website?
Let's start one big website.
That would be fun.
Exactly.
Anyway. Let's just do a website together.
This is Zoran and Lander endorsing each
Zoran
other.
and Lander
Should we-
cross
should we-
Oh, you're dating the
Wait.
podcast.
Should
Oh,
we?
the
yeah,
first
we'll
time.
know by now.
The first time we've talked about something temporal.
Oh, Mary
first
will be
time.
forever.
Should we?
Mary
Should
will
we
be
announce
forever.
for the tour?
Let's get into it.
announce
'Cause
it with
this
the-
is a
Wait,
bit.
this is-
Can we just
now we're
say
committing
this is a
to
bit
it.
that I do feel always. I'm like, this is real
It's
though.
happening.
We will
Can
do
I
this.
say this is literally how every other single thing that like we or I have ever had successful? It starts as a joke and then it becomes real.
Culture Awards started as a joke. Then one year, it's like, Bowen, you have a slot at Lincoln Center. What do you want to do? Oh, I don't know. Matt, do you want to do Culture Awards? Let's do it.
History.
What
man.
did you-
Las
look.
Culturistas was a joke. Have you heard of Christmas? was
Briefly,
a
what
joke.
else did you entertain for the Lincoln Center? Was there anything else?
Nothing else. It was just
Were
like,
we gonna do anything? No, I think it was like, oh, they gave
One
us
man
this cool
Vanya?
opportunity.
One man Vonda.
Because if you remember, we canceled the Culture Awards because they never actually were supposed to happen. We just were doing nominees just because.
Oh,
I
right,
think,
like,
I think we
right,
had
yeah.
to do an episode. We were like, we had nothing to talk about, so we did the.
And the bit was, and we're going to cancel this. We're going to say that they're canceled.
Oh,
next
and
week.
that's the episode you had nothing to talk about? The only one?
Shit.
Listener.
Oh.
Listen.
Listen.
I don't
your
even know
ass.
what they want anymore.
So for the tour.
Well, they want this. They want the
They
four
want
of us.
this.
Okay.
Is what you said. They've
For
been
the tour.
clamoring.
For the tour.
What? Now tell them what that is.
Why don't you tell them about
Why
that?
don't you tell them what that is?
Tour.
By the way,
Tro don't last for always, bitch.
Matt and I were reflecting on what a perfect story. What a perfect story. It's a for sale baby shoes never worn. Of that drag race like World Pride like 2019.
People don't know about
Pride
Stonewall.
50.
They don't know.
People don't know about Stonewall.
What's
Tell
that
them
about what that is?
Stonewall
Stonewall
was
was
fighting
people
for
for
gay
rights,
rights.
and there people
were
were
killed.
killed.
Nobody was killed.
That's Stonewall.
Nobody was killed.
Nobody was
Right.
killed.
Will
It's for sale baby shoes never worn.
amazing. It's
You can't take out a
amazing.
single syllable from that.
No,
it's
you
perfectly
can't.
concise.
Nobody was killed. That's Stonewall.
Nobody was killed. Nobody was killed.
Nobody was killed.
Willem, a true comedian.
Oh, one of the best.
And historian.
I just
And
think
historian.
Derek Barry and Willem are a comedy duo we don't think
I
we
know.
need, but we
Double
do.
bonds.
And if they don't think that, at least I'm going to their Vegas 2-person show.
Well, I
they're
gotta be
incorrect.
Vegas.
So anyway, speaking of big
Can
shows,
I just say about
for the
Willem
tour,
really quick? Willem, I hadn't met.
zigging and zagging away from
For
us.
once.
It's crazy to try to keep up.
I know. Willem, we met at maybe
tell us about
Drag
how
the
you met
musical.
Willem.
Maybe Drag the musical.
I think
Drag the musical. Tell everybody what that is.
She came up. She said hello. She was like, big fan of the movie. I was like, well, I love you, Willem.
I
and
love
she goes, and if you ever need a drag queen in one of your projects, I'm avail, and walked away.
And
And
she
I
love
also
that.
said to you, you said, I love you. And she goes, you have good taste.
oh yeah, that too. I love you. You have good taste.
This is what I said. This is what when I tagged Camila this season on Survivor. I was like, "Oh my god, she's my queen." She responds to my DM. She goes, "Thank you for your honesty." I was like, "I love
Thank
that
you for your
response."
honesty.
Thank you for your
Thank you for
honesty.
caring.
Thank you for caring.
Thank you for caring.
Liza.
For the tour.
For the tour.
Why don't you tell them what that is?
What is some what that is?
Why don't you tell everybody what that is?
I think
Nobody
out of the four
died
of us,
for the tour. Nobody died
was
for the
Nobody
tour.
was killed. I think out of the four of us, I think Josh might have the clearest picture.
Well, he's on the pitch. He's on the
I'm
pitch
on the
cycle.
well, yeah. I'm
He
doing
knows how to
Kelly
sell
in
a
the morning.
show.
I know how to
You're doing
pitch
Kelly
this.
in the morning. Come on.
Kelly in the morning.
So as you know, one of the centerpieces of Culture Awards is that often the four of us sing a song arranged for our four soaring vocal parts.
Trumpet-like instruments.
4 trumpets,
Yes.
each higher than the last. and it's pretty rare that anyone sings alone. Really, it's not really desired. It's mostly 4 voices together in community and fellowship as one.
4-part harmony.
Exactly. At this point, our repertoire includes 3 or even 4 songs.
Right.
Imagine if we added another 5. That's a concert. So we want to do a show called For the Tour.
For the tour.
It's
4
spelled-
voices, 4 cities, 4 nights.
Yes. You think 4 nights in each or 4?
That's 16.
That's interesting. I was about to ask whether the pitch was counting down 4 singers,
yeah.
3 blah blah 2,
Oh,
or
right.
counting up.
Yeah.
Because I would imagine we would want to do more than
4
3
singers.
cities.
Yes.
5
5 cities.
songs.
5 songs.
yeah.
6
6 cities.
Yeah.
6 hours.
Wait, don't you guys think it should
5
be
songs.
4, 4, 4, 4? So 4 singers, 4 cities, 4 nights, 4 songs.
4 songs.
4 songs.
Like if we get on stage and say, let's just get logistical about this, okay?
Okay.
Say it's an
4 songs
hour
is
and
not
a
a
half
show.
show.
Okay.
4 shows is a show when you have so much
patter.
like patter and back and forth.
What if it's
in
divisible
between?
by 4 or 40 songs? And it's like a
Yes.
mega mix.
4
4
singers, 4 cities, 4 nights, 40
40
songs.
songs.
40 songs.
And they could be medleys, some of them.
14
and what
14 songs.
What we 14 songs.
Like an album.
What we
Yes.
promise you is we will try to sing together as 4 as much as we
Yeah.
possibly can.
I don't think anyone like on stage is like alone having a solo.
Can I
ever.
even pitch a bit that
Even
I feel
if
like
someone's
we've
the
talked
lead
about?
singer.
I would love at one point to you to come out. Maybe you start, have I heard of Christmas? The audience is like, of course, solo number from Matt. Instantly, the 3 of us appear. It is a quartet.
So
Yeah.
just one of
Yes.
the songs is "Have You Heard of Christmas?"
Well,
that we
as
did?
an
Sure.
example.
We need-
As an example.
I like it because
If
I
Aaron
like
and I
those
come out-
checks, baby.
If Aaron and I come out to sing one of our huge hits from Dix the Musical, trust, you're in it.
Trust.
You know?
Thank
And
God
Bowen
this
literally
time.
was.
Well, I'm so thankful this time to be in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
This time. Hey,
This
maybe
time I'll get in it.
Come on.
That's kind of interesting.
That is kind of interesting.
Larry Charles has a book coming out.
Comedy
That's
Samurai.
that's really interesting swerve. It's a really interesting segue you tried to do there.
Well, he ultimately
but you
controlled
didn't cast
casting.
me in your
Yeah.
We should have cast you in the
and
film.
I put you guys
What
in my
part do you-
special.
That's What true. part
and
would-
you guys
you're
are
right.
always on the podcast.
correct.
Yep.
You're
and
correct.
I feel like
No, we always
I
agree.
wasn't asked
We
to be
provide.
asked
you in the
We
Bell
provide.
House. Bell House Improv.
Not for the improv-a-thon.
thank you for that.
I'll be
Thank you
honest,
for those platforms.
The check is bigger for Bell House Improv than it was for the film.
probably for the movie.
Now,
For sure.
which part do you feel you should have played? Because whatever you say is correct. I honor we should have cast you in the film.
Matt would have been one of the neighbors, probably.
I would have been great as one of the neighbors.
Yeah.
and
so.
you know it's true.
Maybe when Darcy peeks her head out and goes, "The fuck," hearing us have
fuck?
sex, you're with her in a nightrobe. And
I,
you guys
and
are a couple.
I could have said, "Babe, get the fuck back in here."
Baby,
Think about how fun that would have been.
Baby, why are you in the hall always?
If Darcy came out the fuck, and I come, get the fuck back in here.
And you go, "Baby, they're gay guys. They fuck loud, baby. Get back in here.
Get back in here.
Why are you always in the hallway,
See,
baby?"
you see what I
hallway.
mean? Like you had an
You're right.
opportunity for the movie to be funny in
Yeah,
that
I know.
part.
I know.
You squandered
I know.
that.
You
I know.
squandered it.
We squandered that. We squandered that.
think Dar-
You guys, I'm kidding. But I will have my revenge.
Do you think
course.
Darcy's character is homophobic in that? Because
Yes.
she's like,
Yes.
Do
Yeah.
you think she's defucking like gay
Gay.
sex?
Yes.
Gay guy. She's like, I don't like that.
I don't think she knows they're identical twin brothers having sex.
But if she
Spoiler.
did, it would make things even worse.
Because did they fuck? Did the boys fuck when they moved? The same day they moved in?
Yes,
Yes,
there's
yes.
still boxes
There's still
everywhere
boxes everywhere.
that we fuck into.
and everyone, all the props people, I wasn't props people, whoever it was, I'm not throwing anyone under the bus, kept writing like jokes on the boxes like dildos, porn. And Larry was like, "This isn't funny. Why do I think that's funny?" And then we were like, "It should say fragile." Yes, that's funny. Fragile.
And they fuck into the boxes that say fragile. That's the joke.
That's funny.
If you fuck into a box that says dildos, what is the joke?
And why would they have dildos? Like, which is true.
But this is like the last day of shooting.
Absolutely.
Screaming at
Yeah.
everyone.
It could say fragile. Yes, that's a joke.
You should have been neighbor 2 to Darcy's neighbor 1.
Babe,
It's
get the
okay,
fuck
you guys.
back
It's in
here.
the past.
Did we say this last time we were here that Nick Offerman, who plays one of the protesters, at one point while improvising, he said his name. Like always when everybody was like celebrating at the end, he'd turn to his neighbor and be like, "The name's Bill Smith, by the way."
Steve Cheney.
Steve Cheney was it. Sorry, name's Steve Cheney, by the way. And I remember at a break, we went up to him and we were like, "Well, this is great. The character has a name. You're Steve Cheney." And he thought, and he went, "Although protester number 3 does have a nice ring." So he insisted, because I think he likes that his IMDb says protester number 3.
What a legend he is.
And not like a
Round of
named
applause
character.
for Nick Offerman. Truly.
Did you guys watch Parker Posey and Lisa Kudrow's Actors on Actors?
Yes.
No.
They bring up Megan Mullally.
I watched the first like 15, 20 minutes of it, and then I was with some people who were like, I can't
Disrespectful.
follow them.
Well,
And I was
that's
just
the
like,
point.
"Ugh."
What do you mean?
I was
Yeah.
like, it's Lisa and Parker. Like, what? It's not going to be just
It
like.
was more like
Also,
it's
bitch-
non sequiturs levels like this.
I thought it was
I was going to
so-
say, try listening to this
Yeah.
podcast.
Exactly.
That's
Can I say
unfollowable.
they won't?
They won't
They
try
won't.
that.
But I was thinking to myself, like, why would you want them to be, this is melodic, watching the two of them be themselves at each other like
Two
this.
trumpets.
I loved it.
2 trumpets.
But people were
trumpets.
mouthy about, some gays were very angsty and mouthy about that interview.
I have a question that I want us to decide on air. Because if it's 4 cities,
Oh,
what
back to
are the
4, that's why.
cities? New York,
New
LA,
York, LA,
Chicago.
Chicago, and
And
of course, Orlando, Florida.
Oh, that's huge.
Interesting.
Because then it pays for a trip.
New York, which
You
I'm
have to
still
think
down-
like me.
I'm s-
Can I tell you something? You have to think like me.
And we have to close the tour there so we can hang after.
If you
and
don't
do-
think
Yes.
like me, you might not go to Orlando.
Oh.
Just think about
That's
that.
true. I might not.
And I'm also
Okay.
looking at the crew. If you don't start thinking like me, you're never gonna get to Orlando.
Beautiful place.
Beautiful
You might
place.
never get there.
They all pack up the cameras and leave.
They understand. They're laughing right now, but it'll hit them later that they should really think about it. It's not a really.
And just so you know, you can't hear it, but the crew's been laughing so much
my
this whole
God.
episode.
I'm
at us.
clocking when they're laughing. Can I tell you something? They don't love the dirty stuff. It scares them.
It's pride,
Yeah.
you guys. Come on.
Well, I certainly don't see you in your pride outfits.
Can I get
I
everyone
wore sort of
crew
a
to say
fun shirt
Kevin
today.
Spacey was robbed?
Can I say who's okay? You are okay because you voted. I
yeah.
am okay because it's a fun shirt. You, it's pride, it's turnstile. You claim it's gay hard rock music. You, cheetah print. It makes me think of Lisa Rinna. You're good. The two on the crew, I don't know.
Oh.
It's giving. What
They're at
would you
work.
call this?
Giving
Mint?
it at work.
Shirt. That's like a
a
cool
beautiful
I think it's really
shirt,
handsome, actually.
It's
Converse.
you got
Yeah.
your Converse. Yeah, it's
good.
Chucks.
What
Bold
do
in
you
the
got?
rain.
Some white, some fun
Are
white.
you,
shoes.
I'll tell
Oh,
you
yeah.
One
They
thing
look
he did
great.
say we have mutual friends, and one of them was Patty Harrison. So you're okay
Well,
with
that's
me.
so respect.
Yeah,
Respect.
and Sashi
Respect.
Ezra.
Sachi. We
Yeah.
love Sachi.
Of course.
Yeah, so
One
he's
of the
okay with
greats.
me. Everyone here is okay.
Okay.
Now
I'm
bring him in from outside. We're gonna go
no.
one by
Bringing
one.
civilians off the road.
Gotta tell you, we're actually around a really good dog today.
Maggie.
Maggie and the dog.
Maggie the dog, and you know
She's
Maggie.
recently
Power
turned
of the
5.
Maggie
Power
as
of
a
the
dog's name is a little bit of a trigger for me because one of my dogs was
Yeah,
Maggie.
you had a Maggie.
But that's,
And
do you
wait,
find
was.
it you like it or you make you?
It makes
sad?
me remember her. She actually was the best.
That's kind of nice.
But
This-
then she died.
She didn't make it past 10, actually. I'm
that's
telling
a
you
great
about some
run.
of these dogs. Now, tell Maggie to cover her ears out there, but they're inbred. They're inbred.
Aaron, I do want to ask you a vulnerable question.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Will
look at you smiling to try to put up a front, put up a
This is my
disguise.
shield.
Do you foresee you and Michael wanting to have another dog?
Because I had a dog who is dead.
Lady.
Named Lady. I think so, but I think in a while. I want to
Okay.
be.
You need time.
I want to be rich enough to pay for a dog walker.
Yes. Oh,
That-
huge.
Yeah.
Clutch.
Yeah.
And when you want to go out of town, be able to drop it
Put
somewhere
the dog
nice.
down.
Well.
Drop it
Let's
somewhere
set the
nice.
ticket price before the tour.
But also, should we have a string section? Like, we should have an orchestra.
Oh.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
We should have a string section.
Four strings.
4 strings. 4 of every instrument. 4 drummers, 4 guitarists, 4 keyboards, 4 strings.
I thought the strings were like the 4 strings on most string instruments.
Yes.
But there's so many ways to go about
yes.
this. Oh, here's how to fill out the show. Four group songs,
4 solos.
But with
You
backup.
don't want to?
but 4 solos. I can't tell if that's too much or if we just
Yeah.
each do a solo and that's 8 songs.
Can I actually literally tell you what we'll have time for as someone who's done a show with music? It has to be 4.
And only
what?
4.
I'm telling you 4 songs.
Just
because
4.
we're gonna be talking so much.
You
We're not gonna be able to stop talking.
Well,
you
what
guys.
if we make the show?
No, listen to me, please.
I'm
please.
trying. I'm trying.
Because if you think more like me, you won't have problems.
I won't.
No. 4, and they're each themed to a season. Or they're each themed to one of us.
Or an element.
Like we
Or
take
what is
this
Avatar?
like,
element.
Like we come out
Or a cardinal direction.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's all. This is all good.
Wait, okay. What are
This
what
is
are our
all really
avatar
good.
elements? Like
Do we all have different signs?
no, we're both water.
And you're air and I'm earth.
So then you're earth, you're air. I think Matt, even though he's a water sign, has fire qualities.
Totally. Do you know you're
Absolutely.
rising or you're?
I'm water. I'm probably the most water
That's
here.
the most fire you can get.
I don't have any water.
I think Bowen is, and I'll say this just to you guys, confused because I'm wearing a yellow and red shirt.
Well, you're Tina Burner.
Tina Burner.
Down. A queen I've seen
I think because I'm dressed
Cuda
like
1,000 times.
because I'm dressed
Love.
like Tina Burner BC before
Before
colors.
All Stars.
Before color.
Before new colors, BNC.
BNC.
Before new colors.
The
Tina,
DNC.
Tina Burner BNC
BNC
is.
It's fun. Tina, use that.
That's great.
You can use that.
You can use that, Tina.
Tina, it's yours.
Um,
Rob.
but yeah, no, I could be fire.
I just think you're the fiery one. out
What
of
else
the
is in
4
your
of us.
chart? I have fire. in mine.
Air. I think I'm water, air.
I'm air, water, I think. Or air, water, but I think I'm double air, water.
What are you?
I don't remember.
Aquarius.
I don't remember.
I think you have Earth. I think you have
Okay.
Capricorn. or
I'd have to look it up
And
again.
what are you?
Earth.
Earth, Taurus,
Earth.
Gemini,
Air.
Moon, Air, and then Aries, rising fire.
Okay, yeah. So you
No
have
water. That's why I smile when because my emotions are not accessible to me.
Yeah. I don't believe that for a second, though.
I'm an actress.
You're getting quieter.
Oh,
and
here's
quieter.
what happened. Here's something that I have umbrage with.
Okay.
Professor J.K.
I
Rowling,
don't-
read Harry Potter.
Yes,
that-
every time we say something like that, it is, of course, an endorsement.
Endorsement.
Yeah.
We were in Fire Island, these 3, and someone named Matt Whitaker.
Oh.
And then they all come up to me and they say, "We found out what Little Women we are."
Oh.
Yeah,
They
we
say-
did. We did.
They say Matt Whitaker's Joe, Matt Rogers is Amy, Bowen's Beth, and you're Meg. And I go, "I'm Meg." And they go, "Because you're the actress."
And she lost her mind.
I go, "You two are booking acting work every day of your lives. I am a published novelist."
You're right. Oh, we're
Furious, incensed, erased my whole identity.
No,
calling me a working
Aaron.
actor. Anyway,
At least you got assigned one of the women.
well, you were
you were away.
Mr. March.
I don't
You're
care.
Lord- you're Lord
Thank
Dern.
you. I'm Marmy.
You're Mar.
I'm Marmy.
You are Marmy.
Marmy.
I want days of plenty.
Wow, is that from the musical?
Yeah.
Which I saw.
You have to believe. I don't know why I'm doing it.
don't
in
know
this.
the
and that
musical.
girl,
Oh, it's good.
the girl, it's really bad.
It's not really bad. When you take a chance on me, I like it.
Doesn't that earworm give you Louisa May Alcott?
I am.
Astonishing. To emphasize
I will say
ing.
I do think Astonishing blows
It's
ass.
so bad.
People
But,
just think it's good because there is a big note.
because
in it.
Sutton is belting.
The scansion is wrong.
Astonishing.
Scansion is wrong.
And don't forget, we're stanchion kings.
But Amy was played by the same actress, young and old, and everyone was gagged for Florence Pugh, and I was like, they did it on Broadway in 2002.
Oh.
Get this girl her flowers.
I did. Okay, I'm gonna briefly say my take about the Florence Pugh performance.
Uh-huh.
As an adult, as the older version.
Yeah, bring Kirsten Dunst back.
I think it should be 2 people.
CGI Kirsten back into
Yeah, no,
it.
Kirsten was perfect.
Ooh, and she burned that book.
Oh yeah. No, Kirsten's perfect in everything.
Yeah, she really is.
It's true.
And Winona was a great Joe.
I love Winona, and you know what else? What else Winona is like a perfect blueprint
And Claire
for is
Danes.
Abigail Williams.
Oh, God,
She's so good in the
yes.
movie.
and you'll be seeing John Proctor as the villain today.
I'm so excited.
With Joan Allen as Elizabeth.
Joan
Allen.
Allen as
Joan
Elizabeth
Allen.
Oscar nomination.
Come on.
Did you know that?
Good. Yeah, and for Ice Storm too?
Ice Storm too.
In Ice Storm, she
I
goes,
believe
you have
she
some
was-
marker. You have some marker on her keys, and you're going to find her keys.
Yeah. She's got one
good.
for a movie called The Contender too.
Oh, right, which I've never seen.
Yeah. So Joan Allen is.
I love Joan Allen.
Where's
I
Joan
saw her
Allen?
in
No.
a middling play, not her fault, and not the
good.
playwright's fault, and no one's fault.
Your
But-
fault, maybe.
Maybe my fault.
Perhaps your
And I
fault.
was on the front row, and she's just crying real tears. It's just
Joan
like,
Allen?
Yeah, God bless you, honey. In this fine play, giving it all you got.
Love
Oh.
Joan Allen.
Love her.
Joan
8 shows a
Allen.
week.
Yeah.
there crying for me.
Yeah.
Wet woman.
A wet woman. Everyone making joke about Jonathan Groff being wet.
Well, he calls himself wet
It's
a lot.
a clip he
Well,
did.
because he spits.
He spits.
Yeah, and they were asking
I'm a
him
spitter
question,
too, not like that. But
and
He's
he
like,
was
I get very wet. That is the
and
way
Daniel
he's
Radcliffe
chosen
was asking,
to.
he was like, say that another way. He was like, I'm wet. He was like, hear yourself. Say it another way. And it
Daniel
became,
Was it the Vanity Fair thing?
Please read
became
Harry
a meme.
Potter.
Please read Harry Potter.
Please read all the books.
If you haven't yet, then read.
They are really enchanting stories.
Although, have we ever talked about Hogwarts Legacy? You and
I never played.
See, like, there is such an internal debate among gay gamers.
about whether or not we can play
But
it.
it's like, it's tough. Like, I don't know where to land on this because, like, the developers have taken a stance where you can make a trans character.
Right.
And they're clearly like, hey, we don't fuck with JK.
I don't
and her
think
stances.
anyone cares except JK. Like, that's the thing is, it's like I don't think anyone in that ecosystem is like fuck trans people except JK Rowling
Right.
herself.
But then it's her shit. It's her.
She's getting a
whole-
check.
correct.
Yeah.
But like,
But
Hey.
But when Kevin Spacey's in O'Mary, you'll understand. Art and artists.
that is when everything swings all the
I
way
know,
back.
are people
Yeah.
mad about the HBO show? People are up in arms if everyone says
people
yes.
I think it is worth being up in arms about that for many reasons, and you know what I can't get over is how ruined those kids already are. Like I was talking to someone who knows, and they were like, "Yeah, like it's gonna be probably before the announcement of their casting, like." Starting therapy about really making them understand what exactly they've signed up for and that their lives will be forever changed and like media training for them, the parents, like real conditioning
They
to
did that
understand.
for us before Harold Knight.
They
Yeah.
did.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Orna came in.
Orna came in and did that.
Orna came into all of us that got on Harold Knight.
Like, is it a good thing to book Harry Potter? Probably not.
No.
Well, Daniel's okay.
Well, but I mean, you're saying
Yeah,
now.
but by the skin of his teeth, he's
Yeah.
okay.
He had a rough
in a way that's remarkable when someone comes out of that experience.
Yeah,
And
I guess.
Are
it's
they all
just-
English again?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
legit
think
think
so.
that helps because they're all like, do the work, darling.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean again?
'Cause
Like, they were
only
all
cast
English in the
British
movies.
first time.
Yeah. Oh, which we love.
Yeah, I think the English are a little more like,
This is
this
ours.
isn't real doll. Like, where, like in LA, it's like, do coke, little girl. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
sure,
I think it's a little
sure.
more like, let's do Matilda together. Don't you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
I think fuck the show. though.
I don't think.
I don't think.
I don't think.
Anyway.
So the
anyway.
traders.
The traders.
So the
We
traders.
don't have to do the traders, but I'm excited for the traders, guys.
I mean, a lot of people upset about Michael Rappaport,
Right.
but whatever. The trash takes
Vote him
itself
out.
out
Vote
every
him out.
time.
Vote him out.
But what did you think about how they did with the survivors?
I think the Survivors 3 are
they
great.
kicked ass with that.
think
I
they're
think
great.
it probably
Natalie.
was. They probably like got Rob Sesternino because Survivor didn't book
And
him.
Natalie.
Natalie.
People were saying she was maybe rumored for 50. But
Oh wow. Okay.
I like Natalie a lot.
me
yeah.
too. Love.
Queen.
But I think.
Who's the third one?
Jim
Jam
Yeah,
Jam.
of course,
Jam.
Jam.
Icon.
And then this guy, Ian Terry, a great big brother.
And the housewives they've chosen are good too.
This is what I
Yeah,
get.
But they
Serena.
make the same mistake that they've made for the past 4 seasons now. One Drag Race contestant.
I know. Just give us 2.
Just give us 2.
I had heard a rumor that Jujubee was supposed to be on the traders.
Juju would be amazing.
Like that's what I had heard because I think that they were trying to take the note of not just one Drag Race person.
And who is on it?
Monet Exchange.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, that I like.
well, that I,
think
like.
I'm interested to see what allyships happen. I do think it's like on paper, it's my favorite people, and I think I know the most of these people.
Yeah,
Because sometimes I don't know the Big Brother people. It feels like we really went away from the challenge.
Yeah.
We really did.
Sure.
I wonder if that was a note or something.
Oh my God! Did you see Natalie's Cryon or whatever it's called, lower third?
Lower third,
was
what does it say?
Amazing Race, which she was on first, but it is so
Oh,
funny.
interesting.
Like
She's a Survivor
she won
winner.
Survivor, and then got on the finals of another Survivor. And then she's amazing
Well, you know what? Maybe she's pissed off.
at Survivor.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I think it was maybe just NBC trying to be like, "Look, we diversified our profile." It's
I
like,
don't know.
And
don't know
she
about
was on it
that.
first. She was on. Amazing
There's
Race.
definitely some type of war between the traders,
traders
and
and
Survivor.
Jeff
Like,
Probst hates the traders.
Yeah.
which he
Yeah.
should. They like steal all his people, but also it's like, well,
They don't steal
do they
the
steal
people.
them? I
just
mean,
give
I
them a
think
chance. It's just Jeff.
yeah.
He needs a
Moratorium on Jeff, maybe. I hate to say it. Not moratorium. What does that mean?
Death.
means
Yeah.
death.
No,
crematorium.
No,
that's not what that
moratorium
means.
means a pause.
It means like let's do like a discussion post-mortem.
I think it would be worth it to have.
Or no, wait, pause.
Moratorium is
Sorry.
pause.
I'm confusing that with post-mortem. Yes.
Moratorium is what you say when one of your friends is being too gay.
Yeah, moratorium.
Moratorium.
On Josh. Yeah.
Moratorium on all
It's
that.
pause.
Oh, great drag name.
Moratorium.
Wait, I'm still so pissed. I wanted to say on my Criterion closet my drag name would be Janice Films.
That's really good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Anyway,
Did you guys hear my new drag name?
No.
Beautiful dress.
Oh, mine has always been for a long time Pretty Girl. And then you go, hi, I'm pretty.
I heard a great one in Fire Island at the little wear a wig at tea contest. Some gay guy who I'm crediting, some gay guy said Donatella verse top me, and I'd never heard that. It's really good.
That's really
Donatella verse top me.
So if you're that gay guy,
hey, verse top me, daddy.
it's
like,
perfect
what?
as a verb. Verse top me.
Mrs. Verse top me. That's what like Rue would
So
call
how
it.
was it last night? Oh, I got verse topped. It was really good. He topped me, but reminded me he could bottom the whole time.
You should verse top.
I can bottom anytime.
I
can
top
bottom
more
anytime.
frequently, but I like to
I
bottom.
love
as
to
well.
bottom. I like to bottom.
But for verse topping to be the full gerund is really funny. He was verse topping me.
He's verse topping me.
He's verse topping.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah, I was
Or
gonna
versing
say
topping.
gerund.
Versing topping.
Versing topping. Versing top.
No, it's better verse
Let's
topping.
just say what we all want to say.
I got my verse on top. That's good.
Yeah, verse on top.
Weird Al.
Tops, verse, bottoms. We have to stop saying up as three different things, and we have to start a war. Tops, verse,
Oh,
bottoms.
like Twinks versus Dolls.
Wow, Twinks versus
It's time we settle
Dolls.
this in the streets. And I think the bottoms are going to win.
You think they have something to prove?
You think so?
One, they have skills.
Wait,
Tops have skills.
No, no, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Topping, what else?
No, already no.
Verbal.
Verbal.
No, tops have
Big
no
bro.
skills.
Okay, so and bottom skills are
Everything.
taking dick.
Everything.
cock.
Think of the bottoms. You
They're
know,
artists, they're
bottoms are
painters, they're
resourceful.
sculptors.
They're intelligent.
They're painters.
They're painters. They're sculptors. They're your mother. They're your daughter.
Fuck your mother.
Tops are nothing. Tops are nothing,
Tops are nothing.
and they bring nothing.
I really want to go to Twinks versus Dolls this year.
Me too, but it's always like
It's so packed.
it's packed and there's no air conditioning. You're allowed to smoke cigarettes. You're in a war-torn fucking it's like I always see the videos. I'm like, thank God.
Because one of the events is like who can smoke a
Yes,
cigarette the
yes.
fastest.
I celebrate. But as I recently walked into a house party and I stepped through the door and said, "I'm too old."
That's amazing. I'm getting there.
I love the youth and I love to be the old weird grandmother with the youth. But sometimes you just walk in and you're like, "I'm too old."
Of course.
And that is simply I would like air conditioning in the event in the middle of Pride.
Yes,
That
yes.
not because of the Twinks and the Dolls fighting. I would love to watch that at my age or any age.
There was actually a time, like not long ago, where I was sort of talking about like how I was talking to someone, but then I realized they were 22 and I just couldn't talk to them anymore, and I realized
Well,
I
that's
was,
ageist.
and I realized I was talking to a bunch of 24-year-olds,
Right.
And I was just like,
And you went, "Where's the line?"
Got it.
Where is the line?
And I realized
York.
I'm old and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's brave to be both. It's brave to be both.
Old versus weird.
Yeah.
Now, old versus weird.
That's gonna be a crazy
Cool
war.
shit, weird shit.
I miss cool shit, weird shit.
Me too.
John?
An era.
An era.
An era.
Tell us
Taylor's.
about Ta-Da.
Yeah, why don't you tell us what that
Tell
is?
us about Ta-Da.
I'd love to. So I'll be telling some of my jokes and my stories.
Yes.
In the narrative stand-up kind of way. And yet I'll be doing a 2,000 slide PowerPoint where I'm powering it and I've memorized all the cues. So we're sort of juggling that tightrope walk while we give you the laughs and pathos that is the off-Broadway stand-up experience.
What will it feel like, when you hopefully this is in decades from now when you close the show, but what will it feel like to release those cues that have been sort of swimming in your
Well, I'm gonna
brain?
make
How is he to know?
I'm going to make them...
How is he to know how
Yeah,
that
it's
will
not
feel?
the future yet.
I know. When the show ends, I'm going to make them open source, copyright free. Everyone can own it. Everyone can do with them what they will.
I love that.
But how are you gonna make it funny?
You got to make Rue laugh.
You gotta make me laugh. What a crazy thing to say to me.
know.
Make me laugh.
Bowen Connection
it.
is the person who's designed, because there's a lot of text in the show.
amazing.
We got a custom font made by Mr. Teddy Blanks, who did the title cards for Wicked.
And Barbie and
Nosferatu.
Wow,
Text
good
Queen.
stuff.
And he made me a font that I'll be using.
Can I say something about people who make typefaces, fonts, and also who like graphic design and brand shit at the highest caliber?
Is it appropriate?
They felt
to say?
different ones too.
They felt different ones
They
too.
felt different
No,
ones
they're
too.
like they're just like comedy nerds. Emily Oberman at Pentagon
Love.
and Teddy. They're just like
Teddy did O'Mary as well.
like these people just
Great font.
Kate Berlandshow,
And he
Kate.
did Kate's show.
Like these people just love a comedy show. Like Emily Oberman like designed every SNL logo since the 90s, designed the 30 Rock logo for the show, designed just designs everything.
What comedy
She's
were you
crushing
into
it
when
on
you
the
were
Culture
little?
Awards too. Can we say that?
And she's working on Culture Awards.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
You can cut it.
Nah.
I don't
She
care.
would no, she doesn't care.
I love that. I don't care either.
She wants
kicking
people to
ass.
know of her work.
She does. No, but Pentagon is slay. Pentagon, like when I was working in graphic design, everyone was like, "Well, that's Emily Oberman, that's Pentagon."
Yeah, and you're learned in
and
these things.
it's in that's
I
something
wish I
in
would
my
have
brain.
a better eye for that, but I'm glad other people do.
There you go.
One time I was in a musical and I was playing a role, and usually like the roles don't dance a lot. And I was with another role, and we were standing in the back, and I was like, I wish I could dance. And then he goes to me, but then we wouldn't get to watch.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
Oh
A beautiful
my
world
God.
view.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, I love to watch.
I love to watch.
Can I
Voyeur.
just say, that's how I feel when y'all talk about the Traitors.
Really?
You go, wouldn't you like to know more about the Traitors? But then I wouldn't get to watch. You know what I mean?
You can always watch the show and then participate
No,
in the
no,
conversation.
no.
Pop in and out.
No.
No, but why? I ask with no judgment, but only curiosity. Why haven't you been like, let me
I've
get
tried.
started?
My truth is, I find it to be boring.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll say I
but
think-
I love that my sisters love it.
You think it's
Thank you for
tedious.
your honesty.
I feel neutral on the show, and thus I don't really watch. But I can watch with my girls and be disconnected from the season and have fun watching
The
that out.
challenges literally do not matter. So that
They
is like
don't.
a huge flaw of the show.
Yes,
And-
of course.
and
that
also-
half of the episode could be cut and it wouldn't matter in the slightest.
But
And I know this
asking
isn't a
about-
requisite aspect of the show,
Yeah.
but I also don't watch any of the franchises they draw
Yeah.
from. So I also don't really care about these
the
people.
Avengers of it
That's
all.
what I
Yeah.
meant. I meant like even the survivors and for both of you, and this is not accusatory at all.
no.
Housewives and like
Yeah.
all these things. Like I feel like there is an
let me
adjacent
say-
alternate timeline where you guys are obsessed with these.
Well, let me say, if Traitors was drawing from
Okay.
Love on the Spectrum,
Yep.
Couples Therapy,
Yeah.
and Bake Off, I'd be watching.
You'd
they
be
should
tuning
bake-
in.
oh,
They
they're
should
British.
do
It should
that.
be Bake Off, Couples Therapy, and Love on the Spectrum,
Wow.
people. Then I'm watching.
My reality,
You know I'm watching.
I usually only like reality TV when it's a contest. So that's my problem with Housewives.
Yes.
Is like I find it tedious when like no one gets eliminated.
See, I think your
Sure.
issue is you're not watching Housewives like it's a contest.
Totally.
It's
I
always
like at the end of the
'Cause I
season,
actually-
the winner is.
Yeah, no. To
Like,
be honest, when I
that's-
see the reunion at the end and you see where they're
Right,
all
no, I
sitting,
know.
it's almost like that. Those are their final seeds.
Totally.
And then
people who
from
don't come
there,
back,
yeah.
But I like the next season, all new people playing the game again.
Sure, sure.
Versus and now that that's
see.
but
And
I don't
also,
care. I love it. I love
similar-
to watch it with people while they tell me what I am watching.
Me
Yeah.
too. Aaron's introduced me to all the Peak Survivor seasons. I've had an amazing time.
Yeah.
I often watch Housewives when I'm on a JetBlue flight. I have an amazing time.
Yes.
So I get why my sisters
Circumstantial.
like them, even if they're not the shows that are for me. They're not the culture that made me say culture is for me.
What is something that your lover was into that, as a result of them just sort of being so
great
into it, that now
question.
you're into it?
Oh yeah, because
Because you both have
definitely things.
long time partners, and I would imagine you at least picked up something from
Sure,
them
there's some-
and
there's
weren't just so
definitely
into your
music.
own thing and
There's
just
some-
only ever thinking about what you want to do and acting like a narcissist. That I think at some point there must have been something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What I couldn't. I'm so sorry. Would you say that back? I was not listening. I was thinking about myself. Just say that all again. I was
I just
thinking about
hope
myself.
that there was at least one time where you were like, hey, that's interesting, something someone else was doing, saying, being involved in. What
And
was that?
do I have to be into it now myself, or can I just enjoy it?
Well, ideally, Aaron, it was something that was interesting enough that your
There's
partner was into, that you wanted to stick with it.
There's a meme that Michael and I trade. It's two kittens, and one sort of has his or hers little hands out, and it goes me listening to my partner's interests. And
so
the cat,
sweet.
the cat is happy.
That's really cute.
Because Michael likes to just sort of often stand because he's a mover around, whereas
Right.
I'm sort of I'm always draped across furniture, and
Yeah.
will just stand and tell me about something that
Yeah.
I have no
cute.
that I could never do or understand, and I'm simply the cat.
And so while you're like that, like the cat, are you remembering what he's saying?
I remember some stuff, but some stuff, he gets granular. He's telling me about like sewing patterns and things, and I'm like, I will never understand this.
So that's not one of the things I'm asking about.
Something that he.
Yeah. What's something he loves you now love because
He probably no.
knew him.
I'm trying to think of a singing artist he got me into back, but that would be like back in college because now we're so enmeshed.
Well, what about
20
his,
years of
his
fucking.
penis and anus?
He got me into those, honey.
Couldn't get you out.
Couldn't get me out.
You got stuck famously.
Whoa!
Had to hightail it down to the hospital.
There is this like subgenre of erotica, fiction where like
That he got you into?
No, I sadly got myself into this, but I don't even like this genre, but have read it. It's like the top is really stupid, like very very dumb.
How novel.
Yeah, and
likely story.
So this is every porn.
He keeps accidentally like getting stuck
in the bottom.
or the cocksucker. Oh, whoa!
I can't get out.
Like, oh my god!
In their body or in things?
Like
or
in
all
their
the
mouth
above?
or hole.
Okay.
Like, whoa! I can't get it out. Whoa! It's like a. It's
And
like
is the bottom sort of like
I feel like it is usually like told from the bottom's POV, and they're like, and you're
Good.
yeah.
Good.
It's more like my roommate was so hung.
thirst person?
Wait, so sorry,
It's sort of.
And so
I guess it's
Michael
almost
got you
fantasy.
into this.
No, Michael.
Your
Where
husband,
does
Michael.
God
come
did
in?
not.
Just to confirm, we did not find a thing.
we didn't find a thing for
I'll
you.
think of something.
What about you?
Well, I don't want to give her more airtime, but Blake did get me into Harry Potter because I had not read and he was so into it.
Let's
Oh,
give
at
her
the
more
time.
airtime.
No, fuck her.
Yeah, fuck her.
Fuck her, fuck the show.
Yeah.
My real take is I don't want to watch that show.
I'm
I
not
think
watching
fuck
the
her.
show.
Who the fuck is gonna watch that show?
Good.
Every episode,
Just to make
me.
clear.
Especially because we already
Fuck her.
fucking know it. We
movies-
know what
the
it
movies
is.
We don't need the
good.
show.
The movies
We
are
already have the movies. You already have the books. What's done is done.
It's HBO Max they are desperate always for another Game of
Of
Thrones.
course, of course.
But yeah, he did get me into that.
That's
And then
sweet.
there's more, like he's saying, like not culture, but temperament things. He slows me down in ways that I appreciate.
That's wonderful.
I want to do something. I
something.
want each of us to go around and for each of the other three people say a thing that the person got them into.
Oh, I love this.
Whoa.
Okay, this is really good. Wait, okay. I want to get this right.
I think it's both of you. For me, it would be music. I can think of like specific music you've got.
And I would say for Aaron, you reinforcing like the Survivor thing for me because you,
Yes.
Pat,
It's
and
so sick.
I feel like also Guy Branum used to talk about it a lot, and I was just like, once I realized that like gays like were
there's
having
some of
fun
us.
talking about it, like you.
You really have, Matt Rogers, broadened my pop music
Yeah.
knowledge in a way that I appreciate. Because I even like pop, but I listen to a lot of other things. And you've like gotten me into some girls I wouldn't have gotten into.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You, because it came up earlier, you did get me into couples therapy.
And he got me into couples therapy.
Oh, I didn't know that came from you.
Yeah,
I love this.
Let down.
There's
Let
other
down.
things. I feel like earlier in our relationship, you helped me fill in some of the gaps of
He's
like
speaking with Aaron.
canonical. This is to Aaron Jackson. Canonical, old school Hollywood queer film.
Yes,
Because I'd seen a lot of the
yes.
top line, but it's like I had only seen like 3 Betty Davis movies before I met
I've
Aaron,
seen
and then
over
exactly.
60 or something, I think.
Yes.
And then I think you definitely got me into Persona 5, and then probably other video games.
It's most. I'm a video game guy.
I'm that too.
I will say weirdly, but like Jesus Christ Superstar. I never. The first time I saw it was the live version
Sure.
at your house.
Yes. Oh my God, that was so fun.
That was fun. A bunch of music for you, bunch of TV, but mostly TV for you.
Probably
you
a lot
go.
of reality comes from me to you.
Yes,
too.
yes, but it is transferred in this direction too. Sometimes Aaron reinforces what Matt tells
Strictly.
me about.
You know what's interesting is it's funny to like have that question and then us like have to answer it about you guys because it's not to be like twee or earnest, but it truly is like comedy at large, like in being yourself on stage. Like, so that's like actually true and real. I remember when you guys
really
like were inviting us to hang out with you guys, it was like, whoa, because you guys were the people that we looked up to. So I guess that's the
my
answer if we're to be truly
Goodness.
honest.
Your do you
I didn't
remember
mean to
your,
do
your
that, but it
Grey's
is-
No, I
Anatomy
love
bit
it.
at the duplex?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Will you
like-
wait, and for the tour, will you do that?
No.
That is actually.
Will you do Bang Bang?
traumatic. I'll do Bang Bang.
As your solo
Can I
number?
tell you something? Whenever I'm suggesting solo numbers, you're gonna think it's like, oh, so Matt can do his bullshit. No, it's so Bowen can
do
sing
Bang
Bang Bang.
Bang.
Oh, I know.
And
I like
that's
to
a
give them
lot.
some of the lore again. We gave them Barracuda. Yeah. Bang Bang is a signature piece that needs to come back.
I literally think of you when no matter who sings that, Nancy Sinatra or whatever. I'm like,
no, he does it
it's
better.
Like Bowen.
He does it better than Gaga.
No, but
Absolutely.
I'm doing a Gaga impression when I sing.
Well,
and better.
And you've made it
she'd
your
agree.
own.
Stephanie would agree.
It's the best performance of the song I've seen.
Can I say something? I'm reading Jeff Hiller's memoir right now. Delightful.
Plug.
He brings up this moment of like him being the, like
gay
only
guy.
gay guy at UCB,
Right.
Yeah.
and how much he was like, referencing Wicked on Herald Night, and the coach being like, "That's too niche. Don't make references
what
like
is
that." You know what I
that?
mean?
I love that.
And then through like seeing us do Twins, and then all of this, he was like, I sort of learned from my daughters to be myself. And I feel that in a big way too, of like when you're saying like, oh, you taught, I'm like, yeah, but then when y'all were doing what you were doing, it allowed me to be like, oh shit, there's parts of myself I'm not accessing and not leaning into. It's all cyclical. You know what I mean?
We're your younger
It's
cousins.
intergenerational. Yeah, exactly. It's not daughters.
Kissing
I just mean,
cousins.
Kissing cousins.
And also, this is all to say,
Perv,
Jeff is
incest.
mother, and everyone needs to put respect on Jeff Hiller.
Oh God,
Jeff
I love
Hiller,
100.
The Moment.
Buy his book.
By the
Now.
girl.
Buy his book
And watch the show.
and watch the
watch
show.
the
I
show.
love the show.
I mean,
love
yeah,
the show.
but that is interesting.
But I think there's that
'cause
fun
it's a
thing
more
where you're like-
holistic thing because I'm like sitting here being like, but what is it? And then I'm like, oh, it's like it's hard to pinpoint because it's just like been everything.
I love that.
We should
I
write
love
a
that it's everything.
We should write a Broadway show.
We should write a Broadway show.
All of us. It's for the tour.
For the tour, it's about.
I think it
Do
goes
you
to
think
Broadway.
Do you think getting
No, it's like not in 4 cities. It's on Broadway.
it's on Broadway? That's one of the 4 cities.
4 cities.
Broadway,
New York, Broadway,
Hollywood,
West End,
West End,
Disney.
and
Tokyo, Disney.
And I
Tokyo.
want to do one of the like little amphitheaters in the park. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like as one of the
Like a gazebo by a
Muppet Vision. That theater's free.
Muppet
We could do it in
Well,
the
not,
Muppet Vision.
not for long.
What are they
'cause-
putting in?
So the Muppet section in Hollywood Studios is going down so that
Yeah.
Monsters Inc. can be built.
Oh, good. I
And
love
the
Monsters,
Monsters. No, sorry. The Muppets are now going to Rock and Roller Coaster.
Okay.
So it's sort of as
Oh.
is written, so it shall be done. Aerosmith bequeaths to the Muppets, who bequeath to Monsters Inc.
So Rock and Roller Coaster is not going to be about Aerosmith anymore. It's going to be about
It will
Kermit.
be Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets.
Okay, that's good.
That's
Which I
fun.
think is kind of fierce.
I
Well, they
like
make
it.
music.
I
you know,
always thought I
they're
love
a
the
band.
ride Rock and Roller Coaster, but I did think an Aerosmith ride was a little
at Disney. Strange.
Yeah, a little strange.
It needs
Sure.
it needs to go 10 years ago.
Whereas
Yeah.
the Muppets are a big family band working together.
Matt had a theory that Rock and Roller Coaster was going to go to Olivia Rodrigo. And
I was told that in a real way, and it was someone who claimed that they knew. It was like, well, they're changing the theming of Rock and Roller Coaster from Aerosmith to Olivia Rodrigo. I'm like,
in five.
I kind of understand it on like I'm gay level, but does that
Of
work
course.
on a world level?
On a world level, like in 5 years, this woman is gonna look completely different. She's like, none of it will be
This
visually.
woman.
Wait, who is it?
It should be the Goofy Movie band.
Oh, Powerline.
Powerline. Yeah, thank you.
Well,
Should be
wait, is
Powerline.
it Tom Nye and Charlton who have they have a bit that they want Disney to be they want the characters to be controlled like by each character has a president. So like Mickey has a president, Goofy has a president,
President.
like or of their is their like main PR person, and they're like working around like so they control everything, like putting Donald in a movie, getting Donald a ride, collabing with another character. It's just really funny.
So it's like a publicist war between the
kind of,
Muppets.
and it called them the Big Six. Those are, and who do you think the Big Six Disney
Wait,
characters
I
are?
love that.
well, it's Mickey, it's
Yes,
Minnie,
yes.
but they probably share a publicist.
No.
You don't think
Mickey?
so?
Uh-uh.
You don't think? Okay, we're giving her autonomy, and her autonomy is to choose everything. Is just the girl version of Mickey. Okay.
Oh, it's
if I'm her publicist, I'm fucking getting on the phone.
Mickey, Goofy, Donald, because they're all in Kingdom Hearts.
There you go.
This is just a bad publicist if she's just getting her the girl version.
I can't
of-
believe
I'm
you
just
Mickey.
saying, if
She needs
if
to
you're
see
to tell
her.
me that Mickey and Minnie have a different publicist,
They do.
I think Minnie's publicist fucking sucks.
Well, no.
Damn.
Do you think
needs
Carrie?
one.
You think Carrie Coon and Tracy Letts have the same publicist? They do different things, doll.
I think Tracy Letts says no to a lot more than Carrie Coon.
Because they have different
press
publicists.
opportunities.
Because they have different publicists.
Yeah.
I don't know that they do. I actually would. You know what? I bet
Ask
Tracy
them.
Letts is like doesn't even really use
a writer.
his publicist.
He's a
Ask
Writer.
them. And so is Mickey. Mickey's a writer. Minnie's a star. We know
I don't
this.
think that that's true.
We
This
haven't
is
really
true.
seen Mickey out there.
Mickey's
that
not
much.
out there that much either.
Shy guy.
He's a writer.
This is what I'm going to say.
He's the Tracy Letts. Mickey is Tracy Letts.
I really think Mickey and Minnie have the same publicist.
Wow.
Just like I think Donald and Daisy. No, you know what? Daisy has a different.
That's what we're saying.
Because you can talk about Daisy and what she's up to and what she's into, but you can't say that about Minnie.
No, but see, Donald. I fear Donald has Scientologist vibes because Daisy is not showing up anywhere. It's Shelley Miscavige vibes.
What are you talking about? You know exactly where she is. She's in that room at the Disney World ride where she teaches us ballet.
But in media, we don't.
You knew exactly.
Her.
You know exactly.
You don't see Daisy out. It's a huge underrepresentation of Daisy.
You can't say that Daisy Duck is like Shelley Miscavige when no one knows where Shelley Miscavige is, and
no one knows where Daisy is.
She's in two places: the Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway in Orlando and the one in Anaheim. We've seen her twice.
And remind us all what she does on the Runaway
Shelley
Railroad.
Miscavige thing is serious. The Daisy Duck thing is not. She's got her own publicist and she has a job. She's a dance teacher.
I think this is good.
This is good.
And then we were thinking, well, Chip and Dale.
Goofy's got a fucked publicist. Like, what is
a gooner.
the deal?
Goofy's publicist.
He's a gooner.
The publicist is a gooner or Goofy's a gooner?
I think they're both gooners.
Porque no los dos.
But what is Big Six?
Why not
that?
I've been really saying it a lot lately.
Porque no los dos. Josh has been saying that a lot due to his Spanish lessons, I guess.
Yeah.
How are they going along?
Oh, bueno. Bueno. Mi maestro se llama
Natalia.
una lesbiana colombiana que vive en Malta. Y, verdad, ella está obsesionada con Ariana Grande.
She's obsessed with Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
And she's a Colombian lesbian.
She's a Colombian lesbian
Malta.
living in Malta.
That's cute.
She rules.
Sorry, how did it come up, Ariana? Did you tell her that you knew someone who knew her well? Did you expose
You know her
this?
well.
It's me. Oftentimes it's like, what did you do this weekend? Oftentimes it's like, what did you do this weekend? I'm like, fue a Sábado Noche en Vivo. I went to Saturday Night Live. And she's like, wait, Ariana Grande hosted. Did you meet her? And I go, well, yeah.
Sí.
I was like, she's sort of a friend.
Conozco a Ariana.
Sí.
Wow.
Somos amigas. En realidad, somos amigas.
Your Spanish sounds fab.
It sounds
Thank you.
great.
Thank you. It's gotten better. It was one of my things after the accident that I was like, I want to reclaim this thing and be like, next time I go back to Mexico, I'm like, oh, remember last time you came and now you speak better Spanish? You know, like one of those where I was like, I need to come back and not feel like I'm coming back after the time that almost killed me. It's like, oh, I'm coming back cuntier at Spanish.
And to learn more about the accident, go to Tada.
Yeah, actually, go to joshsharptada.com.
Are you
literally
talking a lot about the accident in Tada?
Yes.
It's sort of the last like 20 minutes.
I love.
Biente.
Biente
Biente.
menudos. Sí.
Biente.
And if you don't know what the accident is, you got to go to the show.
You got to go to
truly.
Off-Broadway.
The accident is profound.
It's formative.
Well, I know the Culturistas girls, the Katies, the publicists, the readers. They support Aaron and I in a deep and down way.
Yes,
You
they
must
do.
go to the show.
And they'll be coming to the Greenwich House Theater. I know this.
Sam
They're
Pinkleton
gonna sell it out.
directing,
Sam
Tony-winning
Pinkleton directing.
director.
And
We
you
know
don't
they'll
need
be
much
coming.
more information. It's going to be
It's going to be
incredible.
fantastic.
We were
I know how
joking
they
that
do.
this appearance on Las Culturistas is for Josh Press, and he goes, "We should do it together, right?" And I was like, "Yes, we did my novel one together too."
Yeah,
So
we decided
because
because I am sort of doing a bunch of podcasts right now for this, and this is the only one we're doing together. And we truly were like, that's true forever. I think if Aaron's like truly like on an Oscar campaign to be the biggest actress in the
there.
world, we'll be like, well, but you'll do everything.
That's
but
when I will
I'm there
accept being
for.
a Meg on my Oscar campaign.
Yes.
for Best actress.
But we've sworn to never be on this podcast alone.
But what if your name is
It wouldn't be
blackened
right.
in the gay village like Spacey?
I think we will stick
That's-
to each other.
that's coming.
Well,
Nice.
that's actually for y'all then. If one of us becomes Spacey, it's like, well, are you going to book Spacey to get the other?
I love
know?
the sentence "blackened in the gay village."
Blackened in the gay
Blackened in the
village.
gay village.
That's
There
gorgeous.
is a gay village. You must
Absolutely.
Oh,
admit.
honey. And it's called Pines.
It's called Pine.
I was going to say it's called P-Town.
And it's called P-Town. And it's
Sort
called
of the gay
Chelsea.
village.
Barracuda.
It's called Chelsea. It's called Chelsea Hell's Kitchen.
It's called
What
Chelsea Hell's Kitchen.
So you're sort of cooked then for the rest of the summer.
Yeah.
Once this starts.
It's been very fun as people are like, do you have any summer plans to go anywhere? I'm like, I'm actually traveling nowhere. I'm spending all summer treading the boards in the West Village.
Yeah.
There's a romance to being like, I'm doing my off-Broadway show 7 times a week, and then I'm going to Via Carota for a martini every night. You know what I mean? I'm living in that romance.
Julius. Or Temperance Wine Bar. We love.
Yeah, I'm living in the romance of being like a summer spent off Broadway in the West Village. Great AC at the Greenwich House Theater. Don't worry, Aaron.
Are you sensitive
You
to
need
that?
AC.
Yeah, I'm Texan, so I think
It's
you
not
gotta
going to be
pump
Twinks
it.
versus Dolls. It's going to be well air conditioned.
Yeah.
And I want to say everyone should go to Twinks versus Dolls, and I'd love to come
I would love to go.
if there's air conditioning, and it's not in
I
some
can't
sort
go
of
'cause I'll be in
bombed
rehearsals.
out place.
I want to get a shirt soon that says, I can't, I have tech.
Oh,
Don't you think
yeah,
that'd be
you know
fun to
that
make
was-
that my
I can't, I have
personality?
rehearsal, I
I
can't.
can't, I have tech.
can't,
All
I have
summer, make
tech.
that my
You
personality.
should do the dry erase board around your neck because you're on vocal rest.
Love that. Nah, I for some reason an image that flashed in my mind last night was like Sadie Sink, like her whole summer, just like I guess I'm going home after the show. Like
Yeah.
I'm not going out.
Yep.
Because I had the itch to go out last night, but it's like, but you know who's not going out this summer?
Sadie
Sink.
Sink.
Sadie Sink.
Put some respect.
She's got.
And she's a doll. Can I just say she's a doll?
She is a doll.
Because I've gotten to know her through Kimmy in the show.
Oh,
She's
really?
lovely. In that way where sometimes when a person is that famous, you're like,
Right.
we felt this about Megan Thee Stallion. We're like,
Yep.
she could roll up and be a bitch down, and I'd be like, worth it because of your talent, because of your everything. And Megan Thee Stallion, the kindest person we've ever worked with, so lovely. Sadie Sink, nice as all damn
so
hell.
fucking.
I believe that
Lovely.
100%.
Looks you in the eyes, asking you questions, remembers things about you. You know what I mean? Like, wonderful.
And great in
And
the show.
great in the show.
Really good.
And
I
they
can't
all
wait for
are.
you to
Every
see it.
girl
They
is
are.
great
It
in
really
this
I'm
is
show.
crazy
telling you, like,
True ensemble piece, and it also speaks to Sadie to me that I'm like, it's very cool that in this moment of like,
Her big
you're a big deal,
stardom.
that you're like, I want to do an ensemble piece that like involves a lot of other people, you know.
and it's about what it's about.
Yeah.
I mean, I that's what I left thinking, being like, oh, she really like, swung the big stick she's got in the industry, and like in this way of highlighting this play, which is I think going to be made much more popular if she hadn't done
I
it.
agree, and actually, I have a real request for Katie's and readers because Kimmy,
please.
who again is like rural Georgia girl and me rural North Carolina boy, and it happens that her Broadway show is running this summer when my show is. We always joke that we're like, my dream is someone does a 2-show day and goes to see John Proctor. And then my dream, we were like, imagine the freak who does a 2-show day of our 2 shows, and one of your people will do that. And if you do, DM us because we want to celebrate you.
Is John Proctor open-ended? Do we know, or is that
It's running through end of
extended,
August
yeah.
right now. It just got
End
extended.
of
Sadie's
August?
leaving, and they have this new girl whose name I'm forgetting, but she's fabulous. And it's through end of August right now.
Love.
And my show's
Sadie's
through end of
leaving
August.
to do a Marvel.
She's leaving to do a
She's leaving
Marvel.
to do a Marvel.
She's leaving to do a
Love
Marvel.
that.
Well, it's like you give them one for you, one for them.
One for the
One for
bank
you, one for
account.
them.
One John Proctor
So-
is the villain, one Marvel.
And then
Please,
John
I need a
Proctor's the villains
publicist.
for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need a publicist to do both shows in one day.
Now, did we settle who the big 6 were in Disney?
Mickey, Minnie,
Donald, Daisy,
Goofy.
Pluto.
Pluto. And do Goofy and Pluto have the same publicist?
No.
No.
But Pluto is Goofy's dog.
God, you
And
always
do we
forget.
think because Goofy is a dog,
Yeah.
slave?
Slave.
I mean, then
Well,
you'd have to.
insofar as any pet is. Is that what you
Goofy?
mean?
Well, they're the same species, but one is
Yes.
one is
yes.
one is owner, one is
Or couple,
Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter.
or gay couple. 'Cause
Or gay couple.
pup play.
pup play.
play.
Goofy doesn't have a love interest, quote
No,
unquote.
he doesn't. There's no Goofina.
There's no Goofy. Huh.
There's no. It's actually Real Culture number 30. There's no Goofina. There isn't a Goofina. There is no Goofina.
There is no Goofy.
Bring us Goofina. And doesn't even in Goofy movie doesn't he have a kid but no wife?
Yeah, and there's no Goofa.
There's no
No
Goof.
Goofa. Who is
Goofina.
Goofy? Who's related to Goofina?
Is she dead? Did his wife die?
Sorry, there's Goofy,
Goofy,
there's Goofina,
Goofina.
Goofa.
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 That's his ex-girlfriend.
That's his and she's
Goofa's
all
their
slutty.
Goofa's their non-binary friend.
Oh,
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
Goofa.
and they're all slutty. They're Goofy's ex, and they're not.
They're a
binary. real
slut. They're a
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
whore, gape,
Yeah.
slut.
Oh,
Gabe.
my
They're a
God.
fucking gape, whore, slut.
Gorge.
Stop it with Gabe.
Gorge.
I'm telling you.
You want to stop the gapes?
Stop the gapes.
Wow.
Stop the steals. Stop the gapes. Mind the gapes. Mind the gaps.
Mind the gapes.
Sure.
Sure.
Frozen Gate.
What's your problem with gapes?
Sometimes
word.
too big.
Yeah, looking in the
much.
mirror.
Looking in the mirror.
Did you see that character on gay Twitter that was going around with the big asshole?
No.
the character?
Was he
who is
one of the big
that?
six?
When I say character, I mean real human man who was like
No, and can I say to the earlier question, this
The
is what
sound it
you've
was
taught me.
making.
This is what you've brought to me.
You've taught me this.
This is what you've taught me. This is what you've taught me.
You have been changed because I knew you.
I figured.
I've been changed for good. The way she goes for good.
For good.
I was just like, you can't.
Wait, you say I've never been to New York.
Never been to New York.
Never been to New York before. There's rumors she wants to come back to the boards.
Rosie?
Broadway?
Yeah.
The Irish boards?
Yeah,
'Cause that's where
Irish
she
boards.
lives?
Maybe the West End.
The North End.
West End.
I
Up in
don't,
Ireland.
I don't think she's coming back to America. I really don't.
If she did, what do you want to see her in?
Well, she did for
Redwood.
well, anything.
Redwood.
I would. To be clear, I'd love this country to be safe enough for Rosie O'Donnell to be in it.
Oh God! All that aside, what do you want to see Rosie in?
Gypsy. There, I said it.
Gypsy.
I want to see
You wanna
Gypsy
see her in-
Rosalind.
But do you want to see her in Odd
Not for nothing, but that was
That was really good.
Someone tell me when is it my turn?
Don't I
get a dream for myself? I could kill the role.
You could kill the role of.
Do you know what
you like
actually
Fred
is
enough?
the role I was born to play?
What?
Norma Desmond, Nicole Scherzinger version.
I
I actually would.
You could tell a whole
crush.
story with your eyes. Yeah.
You'd be good in that.
If I ever get to
Wait, do to camera the little eye moment when they pull in on their eyes. Do it to one of these.
Yeah, the eyebrow lift too. That's really good.
If I ever get what's it, Broadway backwards or whatever
Yeah.
it is, I will do that.
Miscast?
Miscast.
Yeah.
Probably
You're thinking of
backwards.
Broadway Bears. Oh, you should do it at Broadway Bears in the nude.
Me in like all clothes, like a huge, really heavy garment,
Yeah,
singing
yeah.
with one look at Broadway Bears while everyone fucking starts crying.
But
'cause
you
they're
say
so
with
upset.
one gape.
They're not
You
even.
sing
They're
with
not
one
angry.
gape.
They're crying because they're so.
While
they're
nude
like,
and
we
ripped,
paid
crying."
so much money to watch Nick Adams, and like we fucking Matt
Nick
Rogers
Adams.
singing with one look.
My college.
I hate it.
My college friend, Nick Adams.
Really? I didn't know that.
Angel.
You ever rub dicks?
No.
All right, well, that's
You think
a
you
boring
might?
story.
And I wouldn't kiss
Ah!
and tell, even if
Oh,
we had.
yeah.
Yes, you would.
Oh yeah. I never kiss and tell.
Roll tape. Roll tape.
It's a tape of him kissing and telling.
And then me being like, I'm kissing this person.
Hey!
I
So-
got something to tell you.
What's a time you really regretted hurting someone?
When I didn't cast you in Dix the Musical.
Yeah, definitely that.
When I didn't cast you as neighbor number 2, as Mr. Neighbor.
It was Miss Mix Neighbor.
Could have been funny.
I don't know when I really regretted hurting.
They're
someone.
really thinking
Oh,
about
I threw sand in little girls' eyes when we were little.
Evil bitch.
Yeah, it was nasty.
What did she do to deserve that?
She was being some sort of way. And then she blamed the boy I was standing next to, and he went to the principal's office.
Was
And
it
you
because
weren't
she
even
had
at
a
the
crush
beach,
on
you
you
just
and wanted
had
to
sand
protect
in
her
It was
your
even
Sam,
though
Sam,
you
it
were
was at
wrong?
school. What?
I can see the whole emotional landscape of this. She probably was picking on you because she liked you. You took sand in your hand, threw it in her face. She goes, it was the other boy still wanting to defend you, still because she wanted. She was blinded. She was infatuated.
Literally blinded.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't even talking about it like that. But yes,
I
that
feel bad
part
about
too.
that. Little girl, I wish I had not thrown sand into your eyes.
You don't remember her name?
Not at all. I don't even think we were in the same class.
Oh.
Where do you guys stand on saying people from high school's first and last name just because you know them?
Depends. Wait, you mean like on air or just in your
Yeah,
life?
sort of in life.
In
life,
life. Oh,
it's
you
all
have to.
constant.
You
All
have
of a
to say
sudden
first
they're
and
living
last.
their life and like they're going about their day, and someone goes, "Oh my God, you were mentioned front and behind name."
Front
You-
and
front and
behind.
behind.
We were was it you, me, and Patrick Rogers were out together one time, and somebody was like, "Oh, my good friend from Honors English, this girl I used to know in Honors English texted me," and then we were all like, "I'm gonna text my good friend from
Yeah.
Honors English because the girls you
Like
met
the
in
girl
Honors
that saved
English,
your life and
Everyone right now
real
texts your
ones.
friend from Honors
the
English.
real
We
ones.
literally did this recently at a concert.
Are we
because
doing
it
this
got
now?
brought up.
Wait, I
don't
don't
know
have
if
my
I
I
know.
know
phone.
my exact girl.
Becca,
We'll do it as soon as it wraps.
And you have to say, "God, thanks for
no.
being
Here's what
there."
you have to do. Becca, bring in my phone. We're all gonna text a girl from high school honors.
Or no, I'm just gonna shout this person out.
No, and we're gonna see who gets a text back first.
No.
It's a text back first.
Why? Because you know you're not gonna win.
It is very out of the blue. Like I have not reached out to this person in like 15
This is hence
years.
the bit. Okay, here comes Becca with the phone.
But I don't have
Thank
my
you,
phone
Becca.
either.
Thanks,
Oh,
Becca.
yeah, okay, great. So you don't have your phone either?
No.
Jesus, do you?
It's giving
have my
professional
phone.
down.
Okay, so
it's giving professional down.
Three-way race.
Okay. Text
wait,
a
wait.
girl
What
from
are we saying to them?
text a girl from high school English. Go.
Okay.
But what is the
You
text?
say whatever you think will
And
give you a
whatever-
response,
whatever.
Really.
I'm just gonna say back in New York.
Back in
Oh,
New York.
shit.
Just wanted you to know I'm doing well. I book all the time.
Here, I'm saying random ass.
Back in New York.
Hello.
When can we do berries?
What are you going to say to yours?
I'm saying happy happy belated birthday to Rescended, the name of
mine is sent.
her child.
Yay! I think I'm gonna get a text back.
This is so huge.
And mind you, I didn't say that you couldn't have talked to this person in a long time. I just said that had to be a girl from high school English.
And let me just say, I know we could have also fetched my phone and I could have participated, but then I wouldn't get to watch.
I can't believe you guys are still texting. You could have just shut off something sweet.
No, it's because it's been a long time, and it is such a wild, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
it gave us such joy at this concert to text that person.
It is kind of
the
crazy
girl that
to get
saved
a text
your life
from you, Bowen Yang, out of nowhere.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's been like it. I don't know.
It's been a decade.
It's been a decade. Last text I sent her June 25th, 2013.
Mine.
Oh my God.
What? Mine was on my birthday because I got a birthday text.
I don't keep
her.
up with high school friends.
I don't. This one I would love to more, but I just don't.
But these women saved our
She's
lives.
got her receipts on, and I think she hasn't read it yet.
I just want to shout out Kayla Sturback. You really, she introduced me to Radiohead.
Samantha
was
Kincaid
Sam Marconi.
Lowe.
You got to get back to me.
Kincaid Lowe introduced me to Radiohead.
Melanie, my friend. I don't know if it was Radiohead, but she got me into Bjork.
Last name?
Erykah Badu. Melanie Chase back then.
See, those behind every gay guy with like good music taste is a straight girl in honors English who taught them these things.
Sam didn't teach me any cool things.
Sam didn't teach me any cool things.
Sam
But she was class president and I was the secretary.
Oh wow, were you good at that?
I was okay at that.
I
And
feel like I'd be
we both
horrible at
both
that.
won an award at our high school for being the top PE students.
I went to
It was
prom with
called the
Kincaid Lowe.
Suffolk Zone Award.
Did any of you go to prom with these women?
Yes, I went to prom
I went
with
to
her.
prom with
I
Kincaid
didn't go
Lowe.
to prom, but I went to like freshman or sophomore year dance, the Valentine's
As
Day
a gay
dance.
guy, you needed the girl from Honors English who gave you cool music and would go with you to prom.
So Pat Regan was the one who inspired this?
No, Patrick Rogers.
No.
Patrick Rogers.
But I can't remember why it came up.
I was maybe texting. I think I was talking about how Melanie got me into all my cool music.
Maybe that was it. And we were having that conversation. We were having a weird girl night.
is
We were
a
like, we need
thing.
all to text that girl
This is the thing about like
and say, I love you, I cherish you.
I love you, I cherish you. A lot of gay men who moved to New York City did the morning announcements.
I did.
I did the morning announcements.
No way.
I did.
I did the morning
I
announcements.
did not.
3 out of 4 of us.
I did the morning announcements.
Were either prom or homecoming royalty.
I was.
I wasn't.
I was.
Michael was prom king.
Michael was prom king.
So
I was homecoming.
You were homecoming king and read the announcements, and I was prom king and read the announcements.
Period.
Whoa.
We've been. I think we've been over
No,
this.
no. I mean, we have, but now I'm just.
No, but it's a thing that
for
we
the
can
sake of
revisit.
everyone new at home, I'm kind of like, wow, that's cool.
And you're acting it like it's the first time. 'Cause
yeah.
you're an actress.
And you know, Bowen's superlative was
'Cause
most
you're
likely
Meg.
to get on Saturday Night Live.
Was it really?
Yeah, but that was like the funny way of like funniest like class clown. Like,
Yeah,
that was like
yeah.
Mine was
I was second
that's-
place for 3 things.
Mine was most likely to do A24's first movie musical.
A24's.
Wow, A24.
A24's
I guess we still have to
movie
see.
musical.
I guess we'll see if that happens
Savage.
with A24.
Mine was most likely to be on Broadway.
Fucking faggot.
Which I haven't done.
what was
This
what was
time
yours?
yet.
Most likely to be on Broadway.
Love.
I was second place for best dressed, most athletic, and attached at the hip with my bestie.
I
Kenny
actually
Donahue.
don't remember. I think it was Class Clown or something, but I don't remember.
Sure.
I'd have to
And then the
call
third
my
thing,
father.
honors English class girl who taught you cool music.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's like the common
Yeah,
thread.
yeah.
Well, I've
yeah.
won.
Yeah.
1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Right, well,
I bet you have another one. You're just
Lead of plays
misremembering.
feels very gay guy going to New York. To
Oh
be-
wait.
oh my god, did she get back? Oh my god.
Oh
wait.
my God.
Oh my god. What'd she
she
say?
OMG, is this for real? Every time I
Wait,
she's
what did
so
you say? Do you feel comfortable reading what you
I
said?
said random ass hello, it's Bowen. If you're ever in New York, please reach out and say hey. Hope all is well, Kayla. Heart emoji.
And what did she say?
OMG, is this for real? Every time I see you on screen, I get so excited you made it. I actually still have you saved in my phone. I'm so happy for you. I'll definitely reach out if I ever find myself out that way. Kayla!
Honors English
I love you,
girlies.
Kayla Sturback.
Can I say
Can't believe Sam is flopping so hard.
So you made it to contest.
This sucks, Sam.
I find some of this was after the accident, but some of it I think is just becoming the age we're becoming. I have been a lot more wistful because I do feel like, especially being like rural South and whatever, I moved on from that period of my life, and then I don't think of it much, and I've become very wistful for some of that, and I've done a lot of this where I'll just like remember people in text, and I'm doing a lot of that recently. It's good. I think it's very healthy to keep these connections
I love
and to tell these people like, you know, you did something.
Yeah,
for me.
I think you're right.
Because I
literally to say these people,
knew
because
you.
I knew
I
you,
have been changed for
good.
good. For good. I've been changed for good. I really have.
good.
Because I knew you. We need
Rosie's
more of
in
that.
Has Rosie
on the
been on?
show.
Has Rosie been on?
No, I would love to have
Rosie
Rosie
on.
on.
Would absolutely
We
love
need
to have
Rosie on.
O'Donnell on.
We need Rosie on.
I think it may have. I think it may have been a discussion at one point.
You need to have Kimberly Bellflower and Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes.
I'm
Stat.
sure Rosie is a fan of yours, and Rosie one time said a very nice comment about something I did.
Were you
and I
ever
bet
on
she
the
loves
Rosie?
dicks. I bet she
I
loves
was gonna say
dicks.
there's
I
a
bet she
certain
loves dicks.
class of celebrity where I go, I wonder if they've seen dicks because I feel like they probably have, and Rosie is one of them.
You think she has?
Don't you imagine? She loves
you think?
musicals.
I think she
loves
loves
musicals.
musicals and she loves all things gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said a nice thing about "I love that for you."
I
which
could
was
see her
lovely
liking
of
that.
her. Yeah.
Well, I loved that show.
This is what you tell A24 marketing. Hey,
A24.
A24. Hey, Ariana Grande, huge fan of Dicks the Musical.
Yeah.
So you use that.
Clip that.
Clip that.
Clip it.
Clip it good.
She was.
So put out the Blu-ray. A24. Ariana
Blu-ray.
wants to buy it.
You know what Ari loves? I've told you guys this. Desperate for your cock. She kept saying that in her coloratura. Desperate for your cock. What? That is an amazing lyric that you guys wrote.
Nathan Lane saying it. Give me that pussy.
Ari and Cynthia were great on Drag Race.
Very.
Did you
Oh, I
watch
haven't
it yet?
seen. I haven't
It was
seen.
fun.
Oh, I haven't
Sure,
seen.
they were fab.
And they filmed it before the first one came out. Wouldn't that be
Yes,
true?
but everything
But
was very
it is
clearly
for
promoting
good.
for
Yes,
good.
yes,
Which is
yes,
very
yes.
funny to me. I just how time works.
Wait,
and the falseness of show business.
Have we been over this in bracket 2, which like a moment that I think speaks to all four of us, which is when bracket 2 first meets up in the workroom. Lydia Butthole Collins goes to Mistress Isabel Brooks and goes, "Mistress, it's so good to see you." And then Mistress goes, "And it's interesting to see you."
It's interesting to see you. I love Mistress.
That whole
I
bracket
knew she was
two
going to be a
We need
fake
to say
bitch.
that.
Gagatron
Gagatron.
drop. It was
And
so
They were
it's
crazy.
Interesting to
to
see
see
you.
you.
Interesting to see you.
I'm like, I want to use that suit.
the girl's really gay.
I gotta tell you, who also ate this last episode up was the Ginger Minge.
Should we, in For the Tour, like Chapel Roan, have a local drag queen open each show? And so now let's pick from New York, Chicago, LA, and Orlando.
Okay.
Who are the queens? New York, Bob, the original New York queen.
Bob opening for us. Is
Yes, Bob
Bob is,
open for
local,
us.
Bob is local in LA now.
No, it's not what it's about.
Bob
It's
is
not what
talking
it's
up
about.
from Madonna and
not
For
what
the
it's about.
Tour.
For the tour.
It's not what it's about. Bob opens New York.
Chicago Shea Coulee.
Shea Coulee in Chicago.
My God, yeah.
Okay, I love that.
We better pay up.
And we
I'll tell you
will.
what,
The
I think
fee.
that
We will. Tickets are $3,000,
We
I heard.
actually love to text people when we're having people do our improv shows. We always say, this is a paid opportunity. Because it is.
It is. And it's
It is actually. I enjoyed the
I
check.
think we
check.
should say that to these drag
This
queens.
is
This is a paid opportunity. You're gonna
LA?
open for us. Probably what large venue we do this. Don't worry, this is a paid
Paid
opportunity.
This is a
opportunity.
paid opportunity. It's so funny to me.
LA, I
Naomi
want
Smalls?
Delta work.
Delta Work.
Oh,
It has to be Delta.
She could open for
Oh,
us.
Orlando, Roxy Andrews, of course.
100%.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The original.
And Ginger Minge doubleheader.
Doubleheader.
Double-
I mean,
Doubleheader.
Doubleheader.
I never forget when me and Henry Kapersky ran into Roxy Andrews at Islands of Adventure.
That's really special.
It was really good
I
stuff.
love that.
Really
Henry.
good stuff.
Well, I think it's time for I Don't Think So, Honey.
I think it is
Oh,
time
yeah.
for I Don't Think So, Honey. This is our 60-second segment where we take some time, aka 60 seconds, like I just said if you listened. And I can tell a lot of you aren't. A lot of you tuned us out a long time ago. Well, listen now, because this next part's going to be
We're
good.
back.
Listen
We're
now. This
I don't
is the
think
part
so,
you
honey.
came for.
We ran against something in culture we don't love. I'm ready to go.
This is Matt Rogers' I Don't Think So, Honey, and his time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. People having a problem, because there are people out there that have a problem with Sabrina Carpenter's album cover being her getting walked around like a dog. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. You're never gonna look back on razzing one of these pop girlies about the like subversive thing they're doing and feel good about it later. You gotta let the girls be the girls. If you were one of
Yes.
Madonna's early critics, you're likely embarrassed now. If you're
Yes.
one of Gaga's early critics, you're likely embarrassed now at all. Sabrina counts as this. If she wants to get walked around like a dog and put it on the album cover, that was her empowered decision. I am sure of it.
30 seconds.
And lots of people like to get walked around like dogs. All right. I actually have been confronted with this myself sexually. It wasn't for me to walk the person around like a dog, but I celebrate that person and know they're going to find an amazing partner. Just like I know Sabrina's going to find an amazing partner. I don't think she's looking for that when she put this album title together. I think she was looking for very much this discussion.
Yeah.
And guess what? She won. You know who loses? All you losers
5
who are
seconds.
criticizing her. You man child. Why don't you STFU?
And that's 1
I
minute.
don't think so, honey.
Really good.
Very good.
She's kind of a Pluto to Goofy.
She's
kind of a
Pluto.
I think she should be able to be walked on a
Now-
leash, off a leash.
That guy who wraps himself in the carpet.
I think Sabrina and Pluto have the same publicist.
Yes.
Sabrina and Pluto.
Yes.
That would be smart
Yes.
because they're
both walked around like
negotiating
dogs.
different things.
Blondes.
Yeah.
They're
Similar.
blondes who walk around like dogs.
Yeah. Can you believe though that people are literally like?
I don't
I
get
guess
it.
this is one of the things that they have
I wasn't
to
aware
talk
of
about now.
this conversation, honestly.
Yeah, it's just like the album cover is her, and it's like it's called "Man's Best Friend," the album, and she's on all fours, and like someone's got a bunch of her hair in their hand.
Cool.
And it's like, and people are
Great.
like, "Well, what about the message it sends to young girls?" I'm like,
cares?
"Are you actually saying that sentence?"
Man
in the
is
year
a
of our Lord
non-gendered term.
2025?
I think boy is non-gendered,
Yes.
man is non-gendered, cis, girl, these are all non-gendered terms.
I-
Who knows whose best friend
It's not
she
her
is?
responsibility
like,
to be a good role model
friend
to
is
young girls.
100%.
Friend is ungendered.
Best is gendered.
Gendered.
Best is best.
Best.
Oh,
Is,
best.
best is she her.
She, her.
Eve Best. She, her.
I don't mean to be this person,
Okay.
but I feel like this discourse coming out while World War III is starting,
Right.
is also so
pathetic.
kind of. It's like what are we doing?
Well, I mean, like, I do think it's gotten to the point now where in the like effort to talk about anything else other than whatever horrors, and by the way, we are recording this a couple weeks before this comes out, so we may have experienced more horrors. Nice to meet you. But like it's kind of just like the desperation is jumping out in terms of like
Yes.
finding other things to talk about, and this is just so stupid because we've had the conversation a million fucking times. Like she is outside of this thing of like what's she gonna mean to young girls. She is like an artist,
always
who is
been a
empowered
horny
to do
little coquette.
Yeah.
and
Fun.
also, like she said in Rolling Stone, like it's not her that's making the songs popular. It's her that's making the songs quality. You are making them popular by consuming them. And so if you have a problem with it, stop consuming it. You just refuse to do that because you always be streaming Sabrina. You can't help it.
Did you watch The Idol? The Weeknd's The Idol?
I did not.
No.
The little girl star.
Lily Rose.
Lily Rose.
Lily Rose. Her, she released an album cover. This is fictional, but a pic leaked of her with cum on her face.
Okay.
And then Troye Sivan is like, "Let's make that the album cover, babes." So
Right.
in a
Right.
fictional world, a girl had cum all over her face. as
And
an album.
You
never
still won't
forget.
find me being like
Never forget.
pitchforks.
People did this to
No,
me in
I
my
love
album
that.
when the cover was my gape.
Yeah.
And look at them now.
You're that character from Twitter.
I'm that character from Twitter.
And they said, what about what this is saying to young girls?
And I said, who?
Yeah, I don't care.
Excuse? This isn't for young girls.
Speaking of cum, this kind of segues nicely into my own.
Perfect. So this is Bowen Yang's I Don't Think So, Honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. When cum mixes with water, then it becomes little rubber bullets.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so
like-
now
it's
you
like
work.
glue.
Now you work with ice. Oh, okay, honey. I see. You got to pick a consistency and stick with it. I don't like that it becomes hard and little rubbery.
Congeals.
It congeals into these little balls. You will never be Flubber. You will never
Not helpful.
co-star with Robin Williams. May he rest,
rest.
in peace.
And power.
And pick a color besides white. White.
30
Very
seconds.
first thought. You could have been green. You could have been Flubber, but you will never be.
Right.
Come when it mixes with water. I don't like it. Speaking of spacey, when I jerk off in the shower, I don't want to do that anymore because the cum gets all weird.
15
American
seconds.
Beauty.
American Beauty. It's an American Beauty reference. And God, what else? What's the big pop culture moment that cum has had? Something about Mary?
Yeah,
Monica
huge.
Lewinsky. 5 seconds.
White House intern's dress. You got to pick
Jeffrey Toobin.
That was all the 90s. You haven't had a big moment since the 90s.
That's
And that's 1 minute.
Come, you will never be Flubber.
Come, you will never be
Well, the
Flubber.
thing
You're
about-
stuck in the 90s, not like Flubber.
The thing that gets lost about
Flubber
Flubber
is
is
modern.
that Flubber was actually just trying to be helpful. Like
Thank
that's
you.
the thing, and he didn't like. It's like you created
Flubber
an
wanted to
incredible
dance.
assistant. I mean, they wanted to lift the mood. They wanted to and create a better work environment. They wanted to
Right.
get things done quickly.
That was the idea of the invention, was lift the mood. Like,
was to lift the
I
mood.
can't remember. I've seen the film. I can't quite recall.
I think the plot of the film
Yeah.
was he created Flubber, and Flubber
Correct.
was just trying to party,
mind of its
babe.
own. Mind of its own.
Flubber was just trying to
that's-
party and also like I don't know, like be around.
That's actually what's fucked up about cum. That cum is so like, oh, shoot me, it's fun, it feels good, ha ha ha. And it's also like, use me to make your family.
Right.
Which is it?
But also, I'll ruin your sheets.
And also I'll ruin
get
your sheets.
caught in the arm hair with the water.
Get caught in the arm hair with the water.
Despicable.
You've been fucking in a tub lately or in a pool.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
I want to know where this comes from. You've been fucking in
Or
a
the
tub
shower.
lately?
No,
Fucking in the
not-
tub?
No.
Where does this come from?
Tell us where the cum
It
comes
actually
from.
hasn't happened in a while, but it's one of those.
Oh, yeah,
it's
it's
just-
terrible.
The first time it happened,
Yes.
you encountered this, you were like, what the fuck?
Well, it should wash off. You're like, okay, now I see
Yes,
it.
no.
But it still won't go.
I jacked off in a hot tub years ago and saw this with my own 2 eyes, and I was like, well, if that's what happens, that's the last time for that.
You think you're sick. You think something's wrong with
That's
you.
what happens. That's the
the
last time for that.
Yeah, I said that's
And reader,
that'll
it
be
wasn't.
it. No, I think it was. I don't make really a habit of doing it in the shower.
You were fucking by the river.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
but
years ago.
Did
we
the cum go
can't
in the
ever
river?
tell what happened to that cum because it never came out of the sky.
Right. Yours is long gone.
Oh, it was right into the sky. It did not come
I
down.
actually didn't know that he knows he's big bro.
He knows.
I'm sure
okay.
someone has listened to, they've
He'd
got
be like, hey, are you
detectives
the guy
out
that
there.
fucked Matt Rogers in 2021?
Yeah. What a year.
Down by the
What a
river?
year. Great
Down
year.
by-
That's
By
me.
the river.
You might just be big bro. Gotta text him after this.
Yeah.
What was I was gonna say something.
Everybody text Big Bro right
Everybody
now and
text
see who
Big Bro
gets a
and
text
see
back
who
first.
he responds to first.
Text your king top.
But I will say, here's the only bodily thing that is allowed to ruin my sheets.
Oh god.
Poop and shit.
And even that doesn't ruin it. You can get that
Bleach
out.
No.
You need
just toss it.
OxyClean.
Yeah, you need Oxy. But you say, when that happens, you say, God bless, I don't mind.
I say,
And this happens to you every morning, you're saying?
and it's
It's not happening to other
permissible,
people.
and it's permissible. Poop.
Poop.
Do you guys think that
We could see poop.
We could see poop.
We could see
we
poop.
can see poop? Do you guys think out of Bowen and I's friendship that he's the top and I'm the bottom?
out of your friend. Like,
It within
Friendship top, friendship bottom. Who's the top and who's the bottom?
God, my gut. My
Be
gut
honest.
went, you're the top, but I don't know if that's right. I'm just going with my gut.
I think Matt's the top.
yeah.
I'm gonna go
I'm
top
not.
bottom.
I'm a chic chill bottom.
Chic chill bottom. What's the lyric?
Jared
Why you
says we're
come
both
around
bottoms
here
for each
with
other.
an
Who's the top? Who's the bottom in our friendship? Do you think?
yeah.
Two tops.
Two tops. Two
Just
tops.
Y'all are
no
two
braiding,
tops. We're
frauding.
two bottoms.
No brains or no
Oh,
skills.
Never the twain shall meet.
Never the twain.
Never the swing show.
Never the twink.
Never the twink.
Never the twain shall twink.
So what do you think? You
I
got
have
I
one.
don't think so, honey.
I have
too?
one.
I gotta get one.
I have one. Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Well, this is Josh Sharp's. I don't think so, honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so. People who I don't think so, honey.
No.
People. Let's take it from the top.
Nope.
That's
First of all,
No.
that was
No.
insulting.
No,
Let's take it from the top.
I don't
You're-
think
you-
so.
Keep all that in because that was insulting.
Let's
that you
take it
did
from the
this.
top.
You've been on this show for 9 years.
It's nice
take
to
it from the
see
top.
a pro fuck up so bad.
It's inspiring.
Let's take it from the top.
Inspiring.
All right. Hope
I
this
have a
doesn't happen
very-
during the off-Broadway play.
I have a very good one.
Okay.
This is Josh Sharp's. I don't think so, honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. People who don't like the things I like. I like things.
Yes.
And when the things that I like happen, I like that. The feeling I feel is like.
Yeah.
Get
So
him.
if someone does something I like, maybe I join in because I like that thing too. Or
Get 'em.
even if the circumstances don't allow me to join in, I like that they're doing the thing I like.
Don't do it.
When people do something I don't like, I feel dislike.
Gutted.
I am frustrated. I am annoyed. I
30
don't like
seconds.
that. Why are you doing this thing I don't like? When you
Questions.
could just do the things that I like.
Do better.
So I implore you, when you are around me, and honestly, even when you aren't,
Yeah.
because behind closed doors, you're your most true self. Do things I like.
Listen up, honey.
Don't do things I dislike.
10 seconds.
I wish to feel like. I do not want to be clouded by dislike in my day-to-day life.
Clouded.
All of you need to do things that I like when you are around me, and even if not, I like what I like, and you should too.
And that's 1 minute.
Wow. That was powerful.
That was so good.
That was poetry.
Poetry.
I think that was poetry. That's
just
gonna have a lot of people thinking.
Sucks.
What are examples of things that you like?
things that I like are like
the
things
things
that,
that
I
you like.
that I like.
Yeah.
And the things I don't like, ooh, girl.
You
Those
better
are-
not be doing those.
Don't do them because those are the things I don't like.
And you won't like that.
And I will not like that.
You know
Whereas
what's-
I like when you do things I like.
Yeah.
You know what's good about all of us? We all know the things that each other likes that we just don't, and we don't push it.
Of course not.
Like I told you when you guys were vibing out to Bjork at all, I sat and enjoyed
Exactly.
enjoyed our joy
Yeah,
Well,
and I started
then
to
I
feel a
couldn't
little
watch.
sick at that moment.
because of the drugs, not because of our joy.
No, that was because of other things. Remember?
Oh,
That was when I got whole fever.
Giardia.
Yeah.
That was whole fever.
That was a great
That was
Great trip.
that,
That was a
was, that was a
great trip.
whole other era.
hole.
Whole other year. Gape.
All right, Aaron, do you have an I don't think so, honey?
I have one. It came to me.
All right. This is Aaron Jackson's I don't think so, honey.
Don't
It's
forget,
time-
honey. God, girl, don't forget.
Good God, girl.
Yeah, I'm ready.
This is Aaron Jackson's I don't think so, honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Why has no one started a business that's like a ride share, like it's like a limo that you ride in with your friends, except it's in a hearse and it's really, really spooky? I don't think so, honey. Think there'd be a coffin in there. And it could pop up and scare you, and there's dry ice.
Andrew Duran.
Andrew Duran could get hired if the show ever closes, which it won't. He could be the dead outlaw. And
30 seconds.
And the driver could be kind of Dracula. And, would you like to roll the window?
Or
Escape
6 Feet Under.
car.
It could be her from 6 Feet Under.
And there's dry ice in your drink, spooky cocktails, and there's all sorts of spider webs everywhere. And I
15.
just think that this is a business opportunity that could go year round, but certainly around Halloween or the fall. It could take you to a haunted house.
It's perennial,
It could
all year
be
round.
All year round.
5 seconds.
And I just think it's a really strong idea, and I need somebody to do it. I don't think so.
I
one,
love
honey,
that.
You-
Honey,
wait,
say
I-
honey. Say honey.
Honey,
I'm sure this exists.
you think you're sure?
I think it's like you're looking for essentially like a mobile haunted
A
experience.
haunted car.
I want a haunted limo,
but I think
in a hearse.
I think it's bigger than that. It's
are two
haunted
different
sometimes,
cars.
and sometimes it's Lauren from
Lord Ambrose.
If
Lauren
you
Ambrose.
take,
Ambrose from
if you
6 Feet
take
Under is
away
driving
some of
it.
your specifics, I think you'd be really excited to find out that this is a thing.
I don't want to take away my specifics.
My specifics.
I want this
Our
business
specifics are what make us us and make us unique.
Yes.
Especially during Pride Month.
want to
Especially during Pride
I
Month.
shouldn't have said that, especially
Right
during
now during Pride Month, when the powers that be are trying to take away all of our specifics.
Don't you think it could be a long hearse?
Oh,
A
absolutely.
long hearse
I
and
love
with
this
cocktails
idea.
and cobwebs. Now, I was saying in the middle of that, escape car as an escape room, but car.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, and that's just not just
this
jumping
one I
out of
mean-
a
That's just jumping out of a car. But I think there should be an escape room that is themed to you're kidnapped in the
There
trunk.
are so
in a
many
car.
possibilities
Solve
for
these
this
puzzles.
business.
But that's different than what I want.
I know it's very different.
but it's the potential revenue stream.
Sure,
It's just the idea is so
I'm
good.
not a businessman. I'm an artist.
Yes.
So I don't have the capabilities to make this.
If this bought you a dog walker, you would.
and a beautiful place to board the animal when I travel to Paris
Could
or
we-
other
And
places.
You
Could
want a
we
dog
just
walker
rent-
slave like Pluto? That's
No,
what you were
I'm saying
saying?
Pluto is a slave to Goofy because
And
they're the
you
same
want a
species.
dog walker slave because they'd be the same species as you. And yet they have to walk your dogs.
No, because they get paid.
Okay.
I don't
I'm
think
learning.
Pluto's getting paid.
Well, we don't know if it's enough.
Yeah.
Do you think the
Which-
person...
But that's why I said I wanted to get rich.
It makes that.
I hope the person
servitude, I guess.
walking Sabrina got paid.
I think so.
I think
Good.
so.
I
I
they're
think
a
probably
model.
that was
Dog
like,
walkers should be paid.
Yeah.
Also, dogs are very empowered. Dogs are very
They're some of the most
happy.
empowered
Absolutely.
creatures
They
we
like
have.
to obey.
They
Maggie
like to...
is-
Sub is Dom.
Sub is Dom. Maggie, the dog that we met today.
Darling dog.
Can we
Darling
just send
dog has
Maggie
a
in
choke-
for that for the last part of the episode?
Can we-
for
can we
She
fly
just
in
come for the
Maggie on
last part of the
camera?
episode?
Let's
That
fly
would be
in
really
Maggie.
nice, I think. And I
Let's
think
get
that
Maggie to sign a release.
this won't make the dog nervous at all to be
Let's
around
stick
us.
Maggie's paw in ink and put it on a release.
Oh.
And then let's get Maggie in here.
While they're getting Maggie in here, does anyone have anything final they want to say?
Yes,
Because
I
we're
would
wrapping up
love
the
for you to
podcast?
come see Josh
Come on,
Sharp Ta-da.
baby!
Come on,
Oh,
Maggie.
here
Come on,
comes
Maggie.
Maggie.
Hi. Come say
Oh,
hi
you're
to
really
us.
cute.
God, so
Hi.
sweet.
This is a beautiful beast.
So sweet.
Oh,
She's
look.
so sweet.
Oh my God.
Now, are any of the cameras getting
She's
this?
presenting.
She's presenting. Come, Maggie.
Maggie, come over here.
Maggie, come over here.
She's
Maggie.
so
Come on, little
Hi,
one.
Maggie.
Oh, you're
So
too
adorable.
good.
Maggie.
Oh.
Hi,
Oh,
Maggie.
yes, stretch out. Were you laying down?
Stretch.
Oh.
And that's where Downward Dog comes from, just so y'all
she
know.
I
asleep?
know.
We woke her up.
Oh,
you guys.
shit.
Well, they
Oh,
all
sorry.
sleep 17 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
She's
love to be
happy.
woken up
You
because
know,
then they see
Maggie
their
just
friends.
turned 5. She's 35.
35.
Oh my God.
That's your age, right?
Oh, so-
Samesies, girl.
So you want AC at Twinks versus Dolls too, don't you?
You know, I think I wonder how Maggie would respond for us singing one of our songs from For the Tour
That would be
to
good.
end the episode.
Is that?
Yeah.
Maggie,
Should we do mezzo piano for once?
Yeah, mezzo piano.
Maggie, this one is gonna go out to you, girl. And basically, we want you to know you're perfect just the way you are, which doesn't necessarily have to be a good transition into the song.
I was
Like
gonna do a Billy
usually
Joel
it's like
song.
just the way you are, and it's like,
Bruno Mars. Yeah.
But what is it?
I was gonna do Billy Joel. I love you just.
Here we go. If it's from For the Tour.
Yeah, it's
We all
before the
know.
tour. Yeah.
Bang bang,
Shut me down.
Bang bang, I hit the ground. Bang bang, that awful sound. Bang bang, my Maggie shot me down.
Seasons play. I know.
Bye.
Bye.
Las Culturistas is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeartRadio podcasts.
Created and hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. Executive produced by Anna Hosnier and Hans Sani.
Produced by Becca Ramos. Edited and mixed by Doug Babe and Monique Laborde.
And our music is by Henry Kaburski.